Are here.
Well, let me say this. Eddie Vedder has one of the great rock and roll voices of all time.
It's true.
My God, that's a good voice.
Yes.
But Carrie,
Yes.
to diss the great Carlos Santana, whose birthday is today, by not playing Evil Ways, is just
Baby.
It was discussed.
that song, Evil Ways. I forget what it must have been in like 1969, 70, something like that is when that came out. It was so everywhere. I would be sitting in the Union Building in the college, and every single day, about 10 times a day, Evil Ways would come on the jukebox until it got to the point, every time it came on the jukebox, I would walk over and unplug the jukebox. People go, hey, hey! I'd say, no more, no more! I was like that even in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, so that was discussed.
But so,
You know what else was discussed?
I don't know, what,
I lobbied hard.
She did.
yeah.
Carrie, fine. I won't tell you who it is that I lobbied hard for.
Oh, go on. No, tell me. Tell me.
Well, it's Kim Carnes' birthday.
Thank you.
You see what I stopped?
Well, wait, now, is that Total Eclipse of the Heart?
No, that's Bonnie Tyler.
Which one is Kim Carnes? Another one-hit wonder. What's her song?
He's finding it.
What? Well, just tell me.
Betty Davis Eyes.
Oh, yeah. God. Oh, no.
There we
See, we have just erased the power of Dissident by Pearl Jam. So, God,
This would have pleased our homosexual base. They
like the Kim Carnes?
They do. They love Kim Carnes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big gay anthem at one time. Betty Davis.
But no, we didn't do that.
Thank
We
God.
did not do
So
that.
on this day is what.
Wait, no, don't do that. It's Carrie needs to say on this day.
On this day,
See?
Stone Gossard, the guitar player for Pearl Jam, was born. He is 52.
So I never really paid attention to the lyrics. I've heard that song not many times anyway.
It's my favorite Pearl Jam song.
What the hell is it about?
It's a dissident, you know?
He's
He's here.
The words. She nursed him there over a night. I wasn't sure what she wanted him to stay, what to say. But soon she was down. Soon he was down at a quarter past. No, she had to turn around when she couldn't. She folded. A dissident is here. Escape is.
Yeah.
I think it might be about Jesus.
Well,
That's my guess.
no, that's Collective Soul. If it was Collective Soul, then.
But really, it is. It's always a safe bet when you don't quite understand the lyrics to a song. Say, I think it's about Jesus.
It's about Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, it is a great song. I just looked up what does dissident mean. There are many theories, and no one's saying.
And no one's saying.
Just enjoy it. Why do you have to pick it apart?
Yeah, put some words down, words that sound cool.
Man, he's a good singer.
Yep.
All right, we got to get the show going here in a second. This part doesn't count. This is just screwing around. That's what this is. We get serious after the first commercial break with your check-ins if you are inclined to do them. If you don't call to check in with the Radio from Hell show, we will not do it ever again. And that's a promise. The day we get no calls is the day we stop doing check-ins. And people think we're kidding about that.
We're kidding.
Nope.
We're not.
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, we'd love it if you didn't call. So
Don't call 877-602-9696. Whatever you do.
Don't do it. And maybe, 3 words or less when you call and check in. What are you currently worried about?
Ooh.
What are you currently worried about? 877-602-9696. And again, we offer a prize. Some random caller will get tickets to the Salt Lake Twilight Concert Series. We should stop offering a prize if we don't want people to call.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I don't know. 877-602-9696. Check in with the Radio from Hell show, and we will officially begin the program after some kind and fine words with this party music.
My sexy party music. This is Friday, the international release date for all music, so that means there's new music, movies, games, records to pick up at a locally owned and operated Gray Whale location near you. Let's see, music. Ty Segall has a new one out today called Joy. Internet. Their new one, Hive Minds, is out. Punch Brothers, their new one, All Ashore, is available today. Skeleton Witch, best band name so far. Devouring Radiant Light is out today. And Meg Myers, Take Me to the Disco, is also available today. Oh, we got some interesting ones here for movies. Rampage with
That's the big monkey.
What are the interesting ones?
the Rock the Dwayne Johnson. Well, it means you can
rock the Dwayne Johnson.
It means you can finally see it.
I know.
Yes. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Isle of Dogs.
Yes.
Super Troopers 2. Yeah, it took them 10 years.
Well, you're smoking a lot of weed.
You Were Never Really Here is also available. The summer concert tickets. Gray Whale is a ticket outlet for some of the best concert series of the summer. You can pick up tickets for all of the Ogden Twilight and Salt Lake Twilight shows, as well as Crucial Fest 2018 at any Gray Whale location.
And the Big Ass Show.
Oh, as well?
The X96 Toyota Big Ass Show.
Oh, cash or credit card accepted for tickets. Also, check out graywhaleslc.com, their new website, featuring real-time inventory searches, Killer Whale membership discount availability, and you can use your store credit for purchasing, and they will update you on all of the events and promotions and sales. Trade in your old stuff for new stuff. They want your old music, movies, games, books, and vinyl. You can get cash or store credit toward the purchase of something new. And you can join the Killer Whale Club and get a lifetime discount. Follow them on their social media at Gray Whale SLC. That is your Gray Whale Entertainment Report.
Salt Lake Community College presents the 2018 Twilight Concert Series.
The lightning round of Ask a Bullfighter.
You could still get in a phone question if you want, 801-359-9696 or 877-602-9696. But we have a lot of text questions. How about your health insurance, Ammon? They must be some. There must be some restrictions, or you have to have.
You must be risky.
You have to have special health insurance, or what?
I don't. It probably would be a good idea if you were going to do it.
Well, you've had injuries.
That's a good idea.
Just thinking about this, are you? All right.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
why didn't I think of that? So what do you? I mean, has your health insurance covered you so far?
Yeah, on the cases where I've needed to go, a lot of the injuries are, you're just going to be sore. You can't really do much for it.
Cinch you up. We just cinch you up on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Until that big brain injury comes around, then you're going to wish you had it. Let's see. Text question. Not me, of course. I want to ride a bull once before I die. How would I go about doing this?
Good. Well, that's
his bucket list, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably easier than a lot of people think.
Make it the last item on your bucket list.
And finally.
Actually, the Broken Heart Rodeo Company has practice where they buck out some of their younger animals just to see how well they'll perform. And I'm not sure if he's still doing it, but usually it's every Wednesday night in Ogden at the Golden Spike Arena.
Really? Just show up and.
Yeah, like there's kids from high school that come and get on, or guys from college that just haven't been riding for a while that want to get back in.
You have to pay a little fee to do it.
Yeah, I think it's like $20, and usually there's enough guys there that have the equipment that if somebody, I've been there before when people have shown up that have never been on an animal before.
I don't have my own rigging.
Yeah, they help them do it. So
listen to you.
That would be a good. And I know on the website, on the Golden Spike Arena website, there's a calendar, and it'll list on the days that they have practice.
All right. Let's see. How many bones have you broken? Pretty standard question.
Probably 5.
5. What was the most painful one? No, no pelvis, I hope.
No, my
Okay.
pelvis is functioning great.
That's good to hear.
It's good news for your fiance there too.
My worst injury is probably my ankle when I broke it and
All right.
dislocated it.
Have you ever seen a rider or bullfighter lose their life?
I have not.
That has not happened. Okay.
Not where I've been. Thank goodness.
Let's see.
Do you have to be a big guy to be a bullfighter?
Yeah, I would think because you're over 6 feet, I would think you'd want to be a little guy, like a smaller target.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm big or not, but this is my size, and the guy I work with is the guy that I fight bulls with. He's about my same size, and I kind of think of it as there's more cushion for the pushing, or I can take more of a hit. And so maybe if I was a little smaller, maybe if I was smaller, I'd break more bones because I got some padding. I don't know, but
And let's see. Growing up in Franklin, Idaho, where there was nothing to do, have you ever gone cow tipping?
No, I actually we tried one time to see how close we could get, but they weren't really sleeping. So.
Well, you got to make sure.
Isn't that just a myth?
I kind of think it is.
You can't push a cow over when they're asleep.
Gina?
I'm going to look it up.
That's bull.
Look it up.
That's bull is what that is.
9696. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
All right.
I haven't checked to see, has anyone called?
877-602-9696 for check-ins.
Yeah, someone has.
Oh.
There is a line open, but two of the lines have got people on them. So I guess we might as well continue the feature. And if one more person could call in, 877-602-9696, 3 words or less. What are you currently worried about? But let's officially begin the show, shall we?
Keep it local with Kirkham's Outdoor Products 74th anniversary sale featuring hundreds of excellent items for the great outdoors, and get a 20% off coupon at kirkhams.com.
I don't know about you, but I am comforted by very few things these days, but I am comforted by the constancy of our dear friend the moon, who seems to do her thing in the sky, whether we pay attention or not. But that's why I think some attention must be made. The moon is a waxing gibbous moon, 57.3% of full, and it will rise. She will rise today.
Thank you.
At 2:47 p.m. Today being Friday, it's the 20th day of July in the year of our Lord 2018. And this is North America's most boorish radio broadcast, starring the lords of morning radio, the sons of the soil, the oligarchs of the airwaves. Yes, we've even been called the cucks of communication. Kerry Jackson, Bill Allred, that's me, Gina Barberi over there, the senior executive producer and jam maker of the Radio from Hell show.
Is it jelly or jam?
It's got to be jam because jelly don't shake like that. No, wait.
No, it's jam.
It's got to be. It's jam because it ain't shaking like jelly.
Yeah.
There we go. Richard Stedman, Dylan Allred, no relation, and I say that for his protection, is producing video for the show. You can see it at x96.com/live. And Festus is here helping out with the program as well. All right.
We're going to do check-ins. We have to. And we have a prize. The 2018 Salt Lake Community College Twilight Concert Series returns Thursdays starting August 16th through September 13th at the Galvin Center, starting off with Diplo on August 16th. You can purchase a season pass for $50 and receive early access to the venue, but tickets they're cheap, $10 while supplies last. 15-day of show. You can get them at all Gray Whale locations, 24tix.com and twilightconcerts.com.
All right. Okay, I guess we have to do this.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Let's begin with Travis. Hello, Travis.
Morning, Travis.
Morning, Lords. Thanks for letting me listen.
It's our pleasure.
What was the 3 words, Bill?
3 words or less, Travis. What are you currently worried about?
Wife is pregnant, so I'm going to say my first baby.
Oh,
Your first.
The very first. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a girl coming in October, and yeah, it's freaking me out.
Well, it'll be just fine. I know it will. Have you already picked out a name, Travis?
We have. We are going to name her Willow.
Oh, I like Willow.
Willow.
That's what Pink's daughter's name is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Willow was a little person in a movie.
Willow.
Yeah, in the movie. Oh, that was it. The titular
She was
character.
the titular character, yeah.
Yes.
I'm a product of the 90s. It fit in.
Is that why you picked the name?
Not at all, no.
No. Why did you?
It's actually my wife's, her mom's cousin, really close to her, and she meant a lot to us, so we decided to
Perfect.
go with that.
Okay.
Excellent, Travis.
Congratulations.
It's unique, and it's not too Utah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, have a lovely day, and thanks for checking in.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Chase.
Morning, Chase.
Good morning.
3 words or less. What are you currently worried about?
Buying car gas.
Is it going up? The price going up?
It is going up.
Yeah. It's one of those things, even when I was the poorest of the poor, when I had no money, I never paid attention to the price of gas.
Well,
because you just need it.
Well, but you live very close to work, so your commute is not much.
I'm talking in the past,
Yeah.
when, back a long time ago when I had no money and a crappy car, I still just I don't pay attention to it. It's because it's just you can't do anything about it. You can't shop for cheap gas.
Nope.
Well, that's kind of a bummer. Thanks a lot, Kurt.
You can find our lucky gas stations with cheaper gas.
Lucky.
Well, there's
gas
apps.
station?
There's apps that tell you who has the cheapest gas.
Yeah, so you can drive
There's
around.
been an app this entire time, and I didn't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't know there's an app. Now you're going to wonder what it is. But I
Yeah,
can't
search.
remember what
I
it's
don't know.
called,
Search
but
around, you'll find it, Kurt.
Yeah, there's a bunch
There's
of them.
there's an app that changes daily of where the cheap gas is.
So you drive around wasting gas, finding your cheap gas.
Looking for cheap gas.
Yeah. Thanks for checking in, Kurt.
It's called Gas Buddy.
Gas Buddy. Kurt.
There you go.
See ya.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
I think we helped a young man.
I
maybe.
hope so.
Kurt.
Kurt?
is here. Hi.
Hey, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. 3 words or less, Kurt. What are you most worried about?
My damn teenagers.
Oh,
Well,
Amen.
are any of them in jail?
No.
Okay,
not-
good.
not
There,
currently.
see, that's
so they're
that's
not
good.
currently in jail. Not currently in jail.
I'm just looking for a positive for
Well,
you.
Kurt, I'm sorry that they're causing you all that trouble.
Yeah, single parent. Summer, they got the summer off from school. It's frustrating.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Your kid's on the phone. Hang on.
Can you all come down to jail and get me out of jail? Because guess where I am? Jail.
You better get down there, Kurt.
I'll have to wait till my work day's over.
Oh,
All right.
You got to sit in
should we-
jail all day.
let's give Kurt some Twilight Concert
Right,
Series
okay.
tickets, and maybe he can, bribe his kids to be good with them or something.
Or he can get away from them. For
Get
a
away
night.
from them. That's it.
All right, Kurt, hang on. We're going to give you some tickets.
Hang on. Let's see. 3 words that are concerning me right now. Is it his?
Oh.
Teacher
Ooh.
Leslie.
Should you tell him?
I'm getting married.
Well, congratulations.
Well, but that does worry you.
Yeah. Wife wants kids.
But do you?
Uh-oh.
I guess not.
I'm not going to say who sent this one in, but passing a drug test.
Yeah?
Future of America.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
mine.
Well,
that's mine.
true.
Passing math class.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter's college tuition.
People are worried about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, let's go to Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Morning, guys.
Sean, 3 words or less. What currently worries you?
Tiny broken dog.
Oh, tiny broken dog.
So you got a
What
small
happened?
dog and it's got some health problems, huh?
What
Well,
happened?
she's definitely small. She's like 4 pounds. But about a month ago at my wedding, someone stepped on her foot and broke all 4 of her toes.
At your wedding?
Yep. Great wedding gift.
You were marrying the dog? Is that what I...
They said it would happen.
Yeah.
You'd think.
Yeah.
All right.
So will she be okay?
She's fine. She's got a little cast. Hopefully she won't need surgery, but it hasn't slowed her down at all, which is the bad thing.
Yeah. I'll bet
She
that
needs to slow
cast.
down.
I'll bet that cast is adorable.
It is.
All right.
We'll
Sean,
see you.
Thanks for checking in.
Bye-bye. All right, so I guess we got to do this thing then. Big boy news coming up in a few moments.
More good news is we don't have much traffic to tell you about. I thought today'd be busy, and maybe it will a little bit later on, because people are using this as a long 4-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we
'Cause
working
just-
Monday?
we just were gone.
So we're gonna do a show on Monday for nobody.
Ogden Twilight Concert Series continues Thursday, July 26th with talented electronic DJs Big Wild and Jai Wolf. Get ready for dancing in a night of atmospheric, groove-oriented music. Purchase your tickets in advance at ogdentwilight.com.
Now, maybe I'll go up to Snowbird.
There you go.
It's that's a good consolation.
That's a perfect staycation.
Celebrate Pioneer Day at Snowbird this year with packages starting as low as $77 per person per night. Now, that package includes lodging and breakfast at the Forklift or the Atrium. I love Atrium has a buffet breakfast,
Yes.
which is really nice. Or you can do the stay and play package that starts at $108 per person per night, and that gives you lodging, breakfast, and unlimited use of the summer activities.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, that's nice. The mountain coaster. If you haven't tried that, that is really fun. Now, this tonight, it's the movie on the Plaza deck.
Oh, what is it?
Free movie at dusk. It's Jumanji.
Oh, the new one with Jack Black.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Is
think
it the new one?
I think it's the new one.
And then also Snowbird's free outdoor concert series continues a Saturday night with Andy Fraso. That's from 6 to 9, and that's also free. So if you want to find out about all of that stuff in more detail or purchase your tickets for the activities, go to snowbird.com.
Paramore.
I don't like breathing through my mouth. I prefer my nose. I think that's what it was designed for. Your mouth was designed for other things, and the nose is for breathing.
But sometimes you have to breathe through your mouth.
I can't.
You know that.
You cannot. Well, what we hear on the radio would give lie to that, but because we hear a lot of on the radio. But
so they said we have a snorkeling class. We don't need the snorkel. No, I want the snorkeling class. I want to know.
Sure.
So we took the kids to the snorkeling class, and they stop at Molokini, and I am terrified. I really am, because I'm not only scared of breathing through my mouth with my face underwater, but I'm scared of sharks. I am. Okay, Jaws ruined me.
Sure.
And it's just a boat out in the middle of the water, and you're getting off the boat, and
it's deep.
And it's deep.
You can't see the bottom.
And they said, "Do you want a noodle?" Yeah, I want a noodle. Give me the noodle.
To just hang on to.
My kids and my husband, no noodle.
No.
They just jumped in the water. I took 2 noodles. When I looked around and made sure that everybody that wanted a noodle had a noodle.
You weren't the only one.
Right.
There was an extra noodle.
Yeah.
Those noodles have been cooked earlier, though.
Yes.
And so we're out in the water, and the guy at the snorkel class said, "Don't put the mouthpiece in until you're ready. You can just put the goggles on and get used to the water and then put it in." So I'm out there just with the goggles on, hanging on to the noodle. And I'm thinking, I don't need to do any more than this. Nobody needs to know if I'm actually snorkeling or not. My kids are snorkeling, my husband's snorkeling. But then they have a underwater cameraman come up. He comes over to your group. He's like, "Get your group together and go under, and I'll take a picture under the water." So now I'm panicking. I'm like, I can't hide from my family anymore that I'm not putting my face in the water, because camera guy wants underwater picture.
And of course, you have to do that.
Well,
you couldn't just say to your family, "I really can't do this."
No. And I didn't want Joe to know I wasn't snorkeling, because he's off snorkeling. He's not looking at me. I'm like, okay, I can totally do this.
All right.
Put the mouthpiece in, stick my face in, underwater camera guy's there. And I'm like, is he done yet? Is he done yet? Is he done yet?
Because you're not breathing?
No.
You're just holding your breath? Because even though you can breathe through the snorkel apparatus.
I can't, though.
Yeah, you can.
But I did it. I put my face in the water for the picture, and that was it. So as far as I'm concerned, I snorkeled.
No. Didn't see any fish.
No.
Nothing.
No. I floated around on the noodle. I put my face in the water. But I'm telling you, if the camera guy hadn't harassed me into putting my face in the water, I wouldn't have.
Didn't see any fish. And I'm sure your
I've
family.
seen fish.
Did you see the fish? Did you see the turtles?
I can
Did you
Google fish right
can,
now, and I
know.
can see them.
Yes,
There's
I know.
probably
Sure,
a live Molokini underwater camera right now that I could find online, and I
Probably.
could see everything happening there right now.
Right, which is way better than what you did. Which is way better than what you actually did by being there.
I got in the water.
Okay, fine.
Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96.
All right, 6:35. Jay Whitaker will be joining us here in the studio in a few moments, if he wakes up. First,
should we say comedian
Yes.
Jay Whitaker?
But first, big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by
Jiffy Lube's team of technicians highly trained in oil changes, tire rotations, radiator services, and more. Visit jiffylubeutah.com for discount services and nearest locations.
All right, I came in this morning and Gina, I don't know why, I think about the first thing out of her mouth was, you gotta have this Ted Nugent story. You see Ted Nugent and the gun and the concert and the gun, and I said, yeah. I've had this story in my file for a couple of days now, and well, why didn't you enjoy? And I said, I don't know. I just got Ted Nugent fatigue. Nominating Ted Nugent for yet another boner is just making me tired.
Okay, well,
I almost don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, but this is.
He had some choice words for the father of a gun violence victim at a recent concert, calling the grieving dad a piece of S and a dumb F for protesting Ted Nugent's show. The Republican rocker and NRA board member played the Berglund Performing Arts Theater in Roanoke, Virginia, Tuesday, and indirectly slammed Andy Parker, who had organized multiple protests leading up to the show. Mr. Parker's daughter, Allison, was working as a reporter when she was gunned down on live TV by a former colleague at a Virginia mall in 2015. If I get too political, F you. This is dedicated to everybody, including those dumb MFers who were protesting me because they're still grieving, Nugent said.
Wow. He's a sensitive fellow.
When you lose a loved one, we pray for you. When you lose a loved one, we all prayed for him, didn't we? How the F do you hate the Nugent family when we're praying for you, you dumb effers?
And then do you have that he banned guns?
So what? He didn't ban guns.
Yeah.
The city of Roanoke does not allow guns in those kinds of venues, and so they said, well, you can't play here unless you issue a statement. So he issued a statement so that he could sell tickets. He's an idiot, and I just have Ted Nugent.
But he's the celebrity for the right. You know, we've got all the other celebrities. He's the one that they have.
They have him and Scott Baio.
Yeah.
I do not choose to have the words Ted or Nugent pass my lips again.
Just what I needed, a lecture from liberal Hollywood.
Police in Farmington police are asking for the public's help in the search for a missing 14-year-old girl. They believe she might be with an adult man that she was communicating with on social media. Her name is Savea Avelos Rivera. She has been missing since Saturday and may be somewhere in Weber or Davis counties, according to the Davis County Sheriff's Office. She's been communicating with a gentleman adult.
How old is she?
14. There's a picture of her at x96.com/live. She looks older than 14.
Yeah.
Way older than 14, but she says the Davis County Sheriff says we're concerned that we just want to get her returned to us. I think they're thinking that she's not dead or in specific danger, but she ain't with her family.
Yeah.
And that's
She
concerning.
left on her own. She wasn't kidnapped.
Apparently. And Carrie, I know you were interested in this Salem Pond story.
Yes.
A 22-year-old Boy Scout leader who drowned after saving a boy who was struggling as he practiced swimming in Salem Pond has been, let's see, now the kid, the guy's name, Wesley Robert Kratzer. He was in the water. That's the scout leader. Mr. Kratzer was in the water helping a group of 11 to 12-year-old kids when one of them started having trouble. He helped the kid, but then he went down under the water and didn't surface. And they say we don't know if it was fatigue or exactly what happened. But and then I think I saw a story that's really sad. I think his wife was there.
Oh, geez.
You know, standing on the bank. But I know you were interested in his name, Wesley Kratzer.
Thank you.
22 years old. Utah liquor stores cannot advertise. But there is a wonderful woman who can tell you how to find specials at the Utah State Liquor Store.
Who is this woman?
The Department of Alcohol and Beverage Control operates retail outlets prohibited under state law from advertising. That means all the usual ways that retail outlets can announce sales to customers. You can't go on the radio. You can't put out signs.
Yeah,
no TVs,
it's
no ads.
It's a big surprise when you go and they have a end cap with a
sale. Yeah.
So customers have to visit a store and wander around looking for sales, according to Kristen Park, a wonderful woman. She says it's really strange that we have this agency in the state with such a large sales goal attached to it, and the liquor stores don't have the general tools that a regular retail establishment has. Now, Ms. Park, a Salt Lake City resident, decided to do something about that. So she launched Utah Sidebar, a social media site that advertises some of the best monthly deals at state liquor stores. If they can't or won't do it, she said, it's up to a citizen like me. It's just one of the ways drinkers in Utah can skirt the DABC advertising ban and know the deals before they go into a store. So I guess Kirsten, she
shops around.
She goes to the stores, and I think some other people help her. They find out what the specials are, and they post them on their website. So it's called Utah Sidebar. And I'm sure that the state will figure out a way to get her in trouble and shut her down.
In the meantime,
I love you.
Well, this is just bizarre. Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coates. He was hired by Donald Trump to be the director of national intelligence, to be on top of all the intelligence activities.
Somebody that Donald Trump could trust when he tells him something that he would believe him.
And somebody who has experience so that maybe the president can go to him and say, all right, I'm thinking I want to do this with this world leader or with this country. What do you think? Anyway, Dan Coates. So Dan Coates is being interviewed yesterday by Andrea Mitchell. And Andrea Mitchell is asking him about the Helsinki summit and how did he know anything about what Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin talked about in their 2-hour meeting by themselves. He said, no, I don't, even today, I still don't really have any idea. I'm trying to gather that information from the president, but I don't know. And then Andrea Mitchell says, wait a minute, I'm getting a tweet here. Excuse me, Dan Coates, Director of National Intelligence for the United States of America and the Trump administration. I'm getting a tweet here. It says the president has invited Vladimir Putin to come here in the fall, Mitchell said. Dan Coates paused, leaned in and said, say that again?
The audio of this is pretty amazing because you can tell this is the first time he's hearing
the audience erupts into laughter, and he says, did I hear you?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be special, he said.
Yeah.
Earlier in the discussion, Coates continued to try and defend the U.S. intelligence community's finding on Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. He says of the Helsinki summit, I was just doing my job. I was trying to do my job. I don't know why he hasn't resigned.
I don't know why any of them.
I don't know why he hasn't resigned. You get the impression, though, just from the way he talked, and if you hear the audio, that he's...
Yeah, he had no idea.
Well, yeah, but also you get the impression that he's a concerned person.
Yes.
He is concerned about what's going on. He's concerned and wants to try and help. I get that feeling from him. I want to kind of pin all this down and make sure that things don't get out of hand, and yet it just gets out from under him every time. It's because the strategy of our president is don't ever go away from trouble, don't ever backtrack from trouble, run toward it. Run toward it as hard as you can.
Double down.
And that is a strategy. That is a strategy that has been employed by people over the years, and there are people who think it's the best way to do it. You instead of trying to say you didn't do something,
not only did I do it,
I did it, and you know what? I would do it again, and I'll do even worse. It's a strategy.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then this horrible incident in Branson, Missouri.
The duck boat.
The duck boat. there's video of this, and there's a duck boat out on the lake, a lake near Branson, Missouri. Now, a duck boat it's had tourists on it, essentially. And they go out on the lake, and I don't know, there are sightseeing things to do.
It's Branson. It's all tourists.
And it was a huge a windstorm. There were winds of 60 miles an hour plus. And people who know these duck boats and know the lake said, they shouldn't have been out there when the wind. There's nothing should have been out there and this is all captured on video. This duck boat capsized. 11 people are known dead, and among the 11 dead, are children. And I think I heard seven people still missing and unaccounted for. So you know, if you are missing and unaccounted for, that means you're at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah,
and they will.
There's video of it. Yeah, I hesitated to look at it.
No, because that's one of my phobias. So.
All right.
Duck boats?
No,
you're afraid
drowning.
of duck boats? Oh, I thought you were afraid of duck boats.
No.
Sports weather traffic.
I mean, I don't trust them. I won't go in them, but that's... Brought to you by Snowbird Season Passes. They're on sale now and offer the most benefits of any pass in Utah. Experience 2,500 acres of legendary terrain and the longest season in Utah this winter. Learn more at snowbird.com. So soccer you need to know about. Today, 8 o'clock at Rio Tinto Stadium, it's the Utah Royals FC versus North Carolina Courage. Those tickets start at just $12. Tomorrow, this is all the fireworks you need.
Okay.
What Gina's saying is please don't set them off in her neighborhood.
No.
Yeah. Pioneer Day fireworks celebration with Real Salt Lake. They're hosting the Colorado Rapids. This is a battle for the Rocky Mountain Cup. Tickets for this match start at only $25, so this is very affordable for your family to come to as well. That game starts at 8 p.m., and then afterwards they have the post-game fireworks. So go see Real this weekend. Weather, so we've got that monsoonal moisture coming back, so it will be a chilly 96 today with a chance of some showers later this afternoon. Traffic is pretty good this morning. I was thinking people would be headed out of town. Maybe they left already. I don't know, because it's a 4-day weekend for a lot of people. I suspect later traffic will get heavier, but right now I've got green cameras all up and down the Wasatch Front and no accidents being reported. You can report one to me. It's fun. I mean, not to be in an accident, but to report it. Text it to me, 33986. Woohoo! At Lucky's Auto Credit, 77 cents and a job gets you a car. That's awesome. They'll front the tax, title, and license. 77 cents total to drive away today. Apply online at luckysautocredit.com. Woohoo!
Oh, hey, Jay, how are you?
Oh.
Jay, what?
You were worried Jay wouldn't get up in time.
Well, I saw him last night. We had a FanX programming meeting, and saw him last night. As we're walking out, I said, well, I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah?
And he said, that's the plan anyway.
That's the plan.
That's the plan anyway?
You know, he's not coming in to do us a favor.
Yeah.
He's got a show that we're going to...
Richie spoke to him on the phone this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And?
Said 6:45, be here.
And
Richie's downstairs waiting for him.
Waiting for him.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Do you have a comedy show this weekend, Dylan?
We're going to a comedy show tonight.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
What kind of comedy show are you?
It's a podcast show called, this podcast is called The Dollop, and it's two guys who do a history podcast that's comedic. So one of the guys...
Dave Anthony, he's a writer, and he writes a whole story of history that's factually correct, that he researches, and he reads it to a comedian, Gareth Reynolds, who does lots of voices, and he's an incredible improv comic.
And Gareth Reynolds, he's never heard the story. They sit down, and he reads it to him cold, and then he riffs on it.
Yep.
And it's usually very funny.
Huh.
They have some misses. But there, and then of course Dave and Anthony writes for TV shows and stuff. He's pretty well known writer, I guess. And Gareth Reynolds is a stand up mainly, I guess. And, which I've not heard his stand up. I've just heard him do this podcast. Anyway, they're doing a live show at the Complex tonight. Now
So what I did was for my dad's birthday and little Bill's birthday, they're like a day apart. So I got the three of us tickets. We all listened to the Dollop.
Well, that's not quite how it worked.
And I got all of us tickets to celebrate your birthdays.
Let me go back up a little bit. You got yourself and little Bill a ticket.
That's right.
VIP tickets. And then I said, well, hey, I want to go. And Dylan said, well, the VIP tickets are all gone.
Yeah.
And I said,
What is a
well,
It's a meet and greet
you
after.
get to sit right up front. There's a meet and greet afterwards. Some
Do you
other
get a
stuff.
lanyard?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
And so anyway, I was going to have to just go sit with the hoi polloi, with the rabble, while my two sons got to sit right up front. Well, as it turns out, Little Bill can't go. He's got to be a zombie this weekend.
Oh.
So he's getting paid to be a zombie that people shoot at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's this national zombie tour.
Wow.
Where they go from town to town and
and it's paintball guns.
I think it's laser tag related.
Oh, okay, all right.
But he gets to be a zombie and get shot at for money. So he's not going. So I'm going to go sit in the VIP section with my son, and my ex-wife is going to be there, and she's going to go sit with the rabble.
Well, it's not her birthday present.
Yeah. Now I said, no, you should give her the VIP, and Dylan said, well, she gets nervous legs, and she'd be standing up for half the show anyway. So,
But another show that is happening tonight.
Another comedian.
Oh, segue.
Yeah.
Yeah, a competing show.
Yeah, competing show. Oh, there you go. There's your drop this morning. How you doing? Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hi, Jay.
Hey,
Jay,
good
why
morning.
are you here, Jay Whitaker?
I am here because I got booked at the last minute again.
This was kind of a strange
this
situation.
was kind of a weird thing that happened. I was originally supposed to headline Wise Guys this weekend, and then I got bumped to September 14th and 15th.
To headline on those days.
Right, because George Lopez is in town tonight at the Salt Lake, which I probably should be playing. I mean, it's already sold out anyways, but I mean, he was in town, so I got bumped. And then Adam Ray, who was in Ghostbusters, the newest one, the one that fanboys got mad at.
The girl Ghostbusters.
Yeah, because there's women in Ghostbusters.
You can't have girls be Ghostbusters.
Yes, you can. But so Adam took my slot. George took Adam's slot. I got September slot. Then Adam had to cancel because he's got a pretty big gig that's coming.
It's Ghostbusters 2, isn't it?
3, 4.
Girls Ghostbuster 2.
Exactly. And so then they put me back on. So I'm
so-
back.
Wow.
So yeah, back to your originally scheduled program.
Headlining. As a stand-up comedian,
Yeah.
this is a big deal.
Yeah, I do roughly about an hour. And it's,
Did you have an hour ready? Because you thought you had till September to do that.
Yeah, I have an hour ready. It's in the bank. It was just like, there's other stuff that I was like, but I sat down and looked at it because Carrie and I saw each other yesterday.
Last night,
yeah, and he was like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got 40. I'm gonna turn it into 20 and a tight 20, and then add the new 20 on top of it, and then." It all comes together. I'm not good at math, but it'll be a good show.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. So
now, which is it? Which club is it?
It's the one down in Jordan Landing off of what? Am I saying Bang?
That way.
Bangherder?
Bangherder.
All right, yeah, Bangherder, yeah.
No, not Bangherder.
No. I said Bangherder.
Bangherder.
Okay, Bangherder.
Yeah.
I've lived here for like 14 years, still can't get it right. So I'm there, and I got some tickets if y'all want to give them away.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, there's basically.
Oh, Richie says call.
Call in if
877-602-9696.
What number? What number? If you're the
how
I don't know how
many-
this works with radio.
we don't do
If you're
that.
the 15th,
just a random caller.
We
you
don't
get
do
tickets
that.
to Supertramp or something. I don't know how does this work.
We don't give away tickets to Supertramp either.
Really?
No, we don't do a numbered caller usually, and we don't give away tickets to Supertramp ever.
Yeah.
I don't think. Have we ever given away tickets? We
We gave away tickets to see the lead singer from Supertramp when he broke away, Roger Hodgson.
We did.
Why do you know
We
that?
did.
Richie
You sound
says.
so disappointed.
Richie says he'll do caller 15. I don't know why caller 15.
Caller 15.
All right.
For a pair of tickets to see Jay Whitaker tonight at Jordan Landing.
I can or tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Tonight or tomorrow, and you get to choose.
Are you doing 2 shows both nights?
One show each night at 8 o'clock, and then I got about 10 tickets to give away. So,
Oh, okay.
All right.
So-
And then you're the headliner.
Yeah.
So who's on the bill with you? Do
I don't
you
even know.
You don't know?
No, this thing came together so because Adam Ray had to cancel at the last minute. Well, postpone, I should say. He will be coming back, and he's very funny. Go make sure you see him. But yeah, and if
Will it be mostly? Do you think local comedians, or is it?
No, probably local guys, and we have a great local scene. I got to give a big shout out to Alex Veluto. who just got back from headlining in Seattle at Laughs Comedy Club up there. Shane Smith, who's currently in Denver right now headlining Comedy Works. The Dry Bar Comedy thing that we did down in Provo has really helped a lot of people locally book in other places, in other parts of the country. I booked Sacramento at Laughs Unlimited. Next month I'll be heading to Boston. So
cool.
Yeah, it's
good local comedians.
Good local stuff. There's a lot of
course, the king of the hill. The top of the crop, the cream of the crop.
In my opinion,
the top of the hill.
Yes,
Jay Whitaker.
No, I mean that's very nice. I'm not even the hometown hero, but thank you very much.
See, then now these other local comedians are going to be damn Jay Whitaker.
Hey, I'm still plugging them though. I'm still giving them shots out. I always keep it friendly in my scene.
Jay from West Jordan says he'll see you tonight.
All right, I'll see. I'll see you tonight. Jay, I don't know if that's female or male.
Other Jay.
Yeah. Other Jay. You know.
Traffic.
Yeah, let's get that traffic.
Eastbound at the intersection of 41st South and Bangor Highway is backed up. Been sitting here for 5 minutes so far. Friend of the program has text 33986. You can too if you're sitting somewhere in traffic. Don't text me if you're driving, then you'll be part of the problem. Enjoy cool mountain getaway this Pioneer Day at Snowbird with lodging packages starting at $77 per person, featuring lodging, breakfast at the Forklift or the Atrium. Visit snowbird.com and book your stay.
All right, thank you. We got meh question of the week next. And
you know who the best DJ in Utah is?
Yeah, it's Richie T.
Oh.
It is?
He is. So you guys.
I know that's what his website says.
Well, and you guys aren't on Facebook.
No.
Well, yes, we are, but not.
But not really. But I saw Richie post a video the other day, and this is a great thing that he does when he DJs like your wedding. He gets you know how Richie is. He makes people do things.
I saw this video. And it was really fun.
Yeah.
He got people dancing.
He gets everybody dancing, and then he teaches you dance. Okay, we're all going to do, the electric slide or whatever it is, and he gets everybody out. So don't just do your iPod on shuffle at your wedding. You need the best DJ in Utah. Go to bestdjinutah.com. He does weddings, work parties, family parties, and he'll come consult with you before so you can talk about your taste in music and what you want. He balances the unique Utah crowd, Mormon and non-Mormon, and I've seen it on Facebook. People just rave about what he does for them at their parties and weddings. Go to bestdjinutah.com.
X96 and Utah Eye Centers invite you to help the homeless children along the Wasatch Front.
96.
Is this sponsored, Gina?
Yes, every Friday when we do Best Question, it's sponsored by Prohibition, because we have a Prohibition gift card to give the person that submitted this Best Question. Come see what everyone's been whispering about. Prohibition, located at Fashion Place Mall in Murray next to Nordstrom. Lineup and reservations at prohibitionutah.com.
All right, here it is, the best question, or the question of the week, selected by Dylan, I think.
He picked that one?
Yeah. It says, this is from Jenny. There are many iconic movie roles that were almost played by different actors, such as Eric Stoltz was going to be Marty McFly, or Jareth the Goblin King played by Sting or Michael Jackson. These casting choices seem hard to fathom now and would totally change the feel of the films. But it is interesting to think about. So if you could go back and recast an iconic movie character, which one would it be, and who would be your replacement actor or actress? The reason for casting doesn't necessarily have to be because you think it would have made the movie a role better than the original or more than it is, or just something that might be interesting and unusual. No Kate McKinnon as Nora Desmond from Billy Wilder's Sunset Boulevard.
I was going to put Kate McKinnon in everything.
Yeah.
I would see anything with Kate McKinnon.
She can do anything.
This timeline has to be possible. You guys are the best. Jenny. So I was giving it some thought, and I thought, well, the obvious one I would like to recast is Aaron Brockovich.
What?
Really?
I would like to take. I would just recast it. I would take Julia Roberts out and put the famous racehorse Seabiscuit in the lead role as.
I'm not even gonna.
But then I thought, here's the obvious one. This is the one I would really like to recast.
All right.
I was thinking, so Michael Keaton as Batman, I would like to recast him as with Val Kilmer. And then I thought, well, Val Kilmer, I'd really like to recast that Batman with George Clooney. And then I thought, no, I'd really like to recast that one with Christian Bale. That would be my.
Okay, do you have an actual
Yes,
one?
I do.
Okay, good.
I would like to replace Tom Hanks.
What? Not in any. No.
Again, this is just for speculative fun.
You don't ever take Tom Hanks out of anything. You put Tom Hanks in things.
From, Life is Like a Box of Chocolates, from Forrest Gump. I'd like to put Jerry Lewis in there.
Don't mind that.
Because can't you hear Jerry Lewis going, the serious Jerry.
Oh, you're talking serious Jerry, not
my
wacky
mother
Jerry. Okay.
always used to say, life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
So those are the ones I was.
See, I took this seriously.
So did I.
I did too.
Well,
let's see how that works.
What do you got, Gina? What do you got?
So when I heard they were remaking Footloose,
oh Lord,
I thought, what? The obvious choice is Zac Efron. The obvious.
Nah. Cast it with Richie. Richie is in Footloose.
No.
This is Jay Whittaker's idea, by the way.
This was not my idea.
Richie.
No.
Richie is Jay Whittaker's idea.
For Footloose, it'd be hilarious.
Now, I remembered hearing rumors that they had asked him to do it, and he had scheduling conflicts, but I still want a Zac Efron. And he would have been
I would have put
that.
Christopher Walken in Footloose. He's a song and dance man.
As a high school teenager.
I can okay. See, wouldn't that be more interesting?
I gotta cut loose.
That's right. That's it. I gotta be footloose. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
No.
See?
Well, I'm already like in the mood for that.
Yeah.
That would be way more interesting than Zac Efron.
I'll give you that. That's not.
So that was your only one that you picked?
I was only told to pick one.
Oh, well, okay.
Didn't say give me several examples of.
Well, if we all each only did one, Gina, the feature would be over in 90 seconds.
Jay's going to help here.
I got Jay.
Star Wars. I'd recast instead of Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian. Samuel Jackson as Lando Calrissian.
Huh.
He would have made the Kessel Run in 10 parsecs. Yeah. Just been way more aggressive. Yeah. I just want that.
But he wouldn't have been. But Lando's supposed to be
smooth and charming.
I don't picture Samuel smooth with the ladies.
Which is that's there's no need to be smooth with the ladies in that galaxy. There's there's political stuff going on. You need somebody he wouldn't have double-crossed. He wouldn't have double-crossed Han.
That's how he saved him. He didn't.
But at the same time, like Samuel L. Jackson would have just got it done.
How about Christopher Walken? Well done, Qui-Gon Jinn. How about Christopher Walken? Really?
You want to put him in everything?
Come on.
Carrie?
Well, we haven't gotten. I mean, besides The Incredibles, we haven't gotten a good Fantastic Four movie ever.
Yeah.
So I was
casting. Recast the whole thing.
I was casting that one myself, and I got as far as, of course, Clooney as Mr. Fantastic.
Why not use all the Batman?
All the Batman.
All the Batman.
All the Batman.
Clooney, Christian Bale.
So who would play the Invisible Girl?
Let's see. Who would be the best at that?
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah, feels like Val Kilmer, man.
Val Kilmer would.
He's got the hair for it now.
We could have Christopher Walken be the Invisible Girl.
And I was thinking Kate McKinnon as the Invisible Girl.
Oh yeah.
And a resurrected John Belushi as the Thing.
Oh, yeah. You're going.
I decided just to play.
Okay.
John Belushi would be a great Hulk.
Just
too.
to play.
Yeah. Oh, he's been the Hulk.
He has played the Hulk.
Oh, that's true.
But then I couldn't land on one for the Human Torch. I couldn't.
The Human Torch.
Actually, Chris Evans did a great job.
Yeah, he actually did.
So
he actually
let's
did.
keep him. We'll
you
keep
could pick
him.
another Chris.
No,
a Chris Pine.
No,
or
we'll
Chris,
stick with Evans.
No?
Christopher Walken.
Chris
Walken.
I was thinking John Krasinski.
John Krasinski
and Emily Blunt as the Fantastics.
As
the two people in The Quiet Place.
As
Invisible
Mr.
Woman
Fantastic and Invisible Girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. There was like a nice little Twitter call for that, and that was.
Or Kristen Wiig as the Invisible Girl would be good. Oh.
She's in a Marvel or
she's
Wonder
Cheetah.
Woman.
She's
That's
Cheetah,
right.
yeah.
She's going to be in the new Wonder Woman.
I saw some footage. They had her on wires and she jumped. It was 2 seconds.
They had her on wires and she jumped.
It was weird to see Kristen Wiig doing an action scene.
Yeah.
I bet it was weird for Kristen Wiig to do.
Because she looks as though she would break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like this text. Somebody says take Tom Hanks out of the Da Vinci Code because Tom Hanks is too good for that movie.
Actually, my favorite Twitter thing right now that is happening is take a movie, your favorite movie, replace the entire cast except for one actor, replace the entire cast with Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I already know what he's going to say.
Well enough to do it.
And there's just so many.
This is a great...
What was the one I said last night?
This is the one that
I forgot.
It was you take he would keep Tim Curry.
Oh, we were talking
in
Rocky
Clue.
In Clue, and
Clue.
replace the entire cast with Muppets.
The whole cast except for Tim Curry and Clue with Muppets.
Well,
it would be perfect.
Tim Curry did that with Treasure Island, was it?
Yeah, that's right. He was in Muppet Treasure Island.
Yes,
He was
Silver.
He was Long John Silver.
I do it with Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Keep everybody. Keep Ice Cube and then replace the entire cast with Muppets.
I'm just going to go with Zac Efron and Footloose.
There you go. Christopher Walken. Or Jeff Goldblum. Footloose. Jeff Goldblum. Come on.
Or Jurassic Park with keep Jeff Goldblum and all the rest is Muppets.
Oh,
Muppets.
I'd like
Muppet
that one.
Dinosaurs.
I like that.
This came from our friend Trooper S. I don't know why he's just telling Carrie this.
Because he knows where I live.
Now through early Wednesday morning, I-15 from the 215 North Interchange to the South Interchange is going to be a hot spot for UHP. DUI, DWI, speeding, aggressive driving are all going to be addressed. We're running 20 extra officers. Just a warning.
That's
for
where
everybody.
I do all my aggressive driving.
That's why he tails Carrie home every day, just to make sure he stays out of trouble.
Traffic brought to you by Octapharma Plasma. Make money by making a difference. Donate today, 5414 South 9th East in Salt Lake.
Let's see, what do we got coming up here?
Boners round 1 and Big Boy News.
Boners round 1 coming up. Let me see, what are your candidates? I've got them right here on the tip of my computer. There it is. Number 1. Oh, I was just ride sharing. Boner candidate number 2. I wanted to make sure that my coworkers were safe. And boner candidate number 3. Now how did you find me again?
All right. Boners round 1, Big Boy News, all coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to announce the 2018 X96 Toyota Big Ass Show.
Utahns are diligent. Our taxes will be raised without our knowledge. Did you know that right now there's an organization who thinks they know better than you how to save Utah schools? This group wants to raise your taxes. Wouldn't you agree that's just not right? Well, so does Republican Representative Arthur McCarty from Roadside Table, Utah. He began the group opposed to the suggested 10-cent Jello tax. Citizens against People for Alternative Revenue Tax Income believe that not only is the proposed Jello tax wrong, it's also cost prohibitive. The state would have to establish a Jello commission and then open costly state-run Jello stores. Then it's only a matter of time before racketeers would begin smuggling in gelatin from neighboring states. Taxing green gelatin would also place an unfair burden on those people who mostly buy this product. Large LDS families, already on a tight budget, would end up paying for a greater portion of public education than would people with no children at all. And that's just not fair.
Hello, I'm Republican Representative Arthur McCarty. Please call your state legislatures and tell them to vote NO on the green Jello tax. It's time to get big government off our backs.
Paid for by Citizens Against People for Alternative Revenue Tax Income.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Your Jack Daniels bottle is empty, and you're all out of ammunition. What are you going to do? Well, don't panic. Come on down to Carrie and Bill's Liquor and Guns. At Carrie and Bill's Liquor and Guns, that's all we sell, liquor and guns. We feature a full line of liquor from exotic fine wines all the way up to the real hard stuff, too. We also feature a full line of guns and ammo, from small caliber handguns all the way up to semi-automatic weapons. Best of all, you'll get a case of Radio from Hell brand canned chili absolutely free with each and every purchase over $50.
Hi, we're Carrie and Bill.
And we're Carrie and Bill.
We know just how frustrating it can be to run out of liquor or ammo at odd hours.
That's why Carrie and Bill's Liquor and Guns is only open between midnight and 6 a.m. Monday through Thursday.
And from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
To find Carrie and Bill's Liquor and Guns, just call 555-1212 and ask for Ricky. He'll arrange to meet you.
Then, after a brief shakedown and blindfolding, Ricky will lead you directly to Carrie and Bill's Liquor and Guns.
Helping you continue the fine old Utah tradition of getting drunk and shooting up the place, it's Carrie and Bill's Liquor and Guns for all your liquor and gun needs.
Start voting for round 1 of your boner voting. Presenting to you 3 news stories that are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one of these 3 deserves to go forward to Boner Fight to get a chance to be Boner of the Day. If it wins here, it's just the winner of round 1. It's not the Boner of the Day yet. It'll have to defeat the winner of round 2's voting. Yes, we do this again at 8:20 with 3 different candidates. And we take the winners of each round, throw them into Boner Fight at 9:20. That's when Boner of the Day is decided. So remember, Boner means mistake. 2 candidates now, then a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you'll vote, and one of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it. Gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt courtesy of Excel Automotive Repair. Radio from Hell's official auto mechanics. Don't buy a lemon. Try Excel Automotive's $50 bumper-to-bumper used car checkover before you buy. Limit 2 cars per $50.
Boner candidate number 1. Well, I was just ride sharing. A man's solution on how to handle having 2 dates with 2 women on the same night ended up getting him in jail.
In jail?
Jail! Kelton Griffin showed up to his first dates.
Wait, there were 2 women that wanted to go out with somebody named Kelton?
Kelton Griffin showed up to his first date's home around 3 in the afternoon to go out with her. The woman asked Kelton Griffin to drive her car because she did not know where he wanted to take her. So you drive. You go ahead. You can drive my car. After driving around for a bit, the woman said Kelton Griffin pulled into the parking lot of a convenience store and said, "Would you go inside and get me some cigars? Here's the money."
Okay.
And she said, "Okay." And while she was in the store, Griffin drove off in her car. She tried to call him, but he blocked her number and blocked her on social media. She then contacted her family to let them know what had happened. Moments later, she got a text from her godsister.
Okay.
The godsister said, "Hey, this guy, Kelton Griffin, he just asked me out on a date, and he's on his way to pick me up."
I got a car now.
Police say the first date got a ride to the grandma's house to try to stop Griffin, but he was able to drive off with the godsister before date number 1 could get there. Police say Griffin then took the godsister to a local drive-in theater. The godsister texted the first woman again and said, "We're at the drive-in." The first date called the police. Kelton Griffin was arrested at the drive-in and charged with theft of property. Boner candidate number 1. Well, I was just ride sharing.
That's hilarious.
I was trying to save the environment.
I love this boner candidate.
Here's boner candidate number 2. Well, I wanted to make sure my coworkers were safe. A Nashville woman said she made a shocking discovery in her own home. A baby monitor hidden under her bed.
Ew.
Her coworker, Christopher Neal, was arrested. In connection with the incident, he is accused of wiretapping and aggravated burglary. Morgan Connolly said in the affidavit she discovered the baby monitor under her bed when when Connolly found the monitor. She wasn't sure who was responsible. She said, "I found this monitor, but who could have done this? But I suspected."
Who's watching me?
I suspected Mr. Neal. And she went to work and started talking about it to some coworkers and learned 2 other coworkers had found baby monitors under their beds.
Weird.
Wow.
All 3 of the coworkers confronted Mr. Neal. Yep, it was me. Neal admitted to Ms. Connolly that he did, in fact, place the baby monitor underneath her bed while no one was there. And, yes, he did place the baby monitors under the other coworkers' beds. Neal said that when he was at a party at her home last year, he watched someone enter the code to unlock her door, so that's how he got into the house.
Oh, jeez, really?
Yep.
Look at him. X96.com/live. We got his mugshot.
Yeah, he's a creeper.
Yeah. The other 2 coworkers allegedly found monitors their homes. Neal's only been accused of wiretapping one of the women, but the others are considering bringing charges. Boner candidate number 2. Well, I just wanted to make sure my coworkers were safe. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Now, how did you find me again?
Yes, we'll have boner candidate number 3 after this here at Big Boy News and Opinnuendo. Brought to you by
Rocky Mountain Power. Everything they create is to power your greatness. So to keep going, know that they're here for you. Learn more at poweringgreatness.com.
I want to thank Darren Jaquette, who sent me a Twitter message. He's sympathizing with my Ted Nugent fatigue.
Yeah.
And then I don't want the words Ted or Nugent to pass my lips ever again. He said, since you don't want to say Ted Nugent any longer, you could start trying Ted Nougat, Tad Nougat, or Teb Nugget. So
Motor City Madman.
maybe I'll just call him Tad Nougat from now on. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jaquette. That was very good. Tragedy. He was one of a kind. He wasn't original. He will be missed. Let's see if you know who this is, Gina. Adrian Cronauer.
Do I know who?
Of course. Or did you already read the story?
But I
You
know who he
would
is
know the
anyway.
name. Most people would not.
You'll know him when you say a little more about him.
When you hear the words "Good Morning Vietnam," played by Robin Williams in that movie, Good Morning Vietnam. Adrian Cronauer. He co-wrote the original story for the film, Good Morning Vietnam, about his time as an Air Force DJ in Vietnam. He was on the air in Saigon during the Vietnam War for about an hour.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Actually, about a year.
This is not a test. This is rock and roll. Time to rock it from the Delta to the DMZ. Is that me, or does that sound like an Elvis Presley movie? Viva Da Nang. Oh, Viva Da Nang. Da Nang me.
There you go.
He died Wednesday at the age of 79. Robin Williams starred as Adrian Cronauer in that film. 1987 earned him an Academy Award nomination. He didn't win. Cronauer's obituary says that he also served as confidential advisor to the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense from 2001 to 2009.
A confidential advisor.
He represented the POW MIA office.
I want to be a confidential advisor. How do I do that?
Say that you are.
Yeah, do that.
Put
it on your business card.
Gina, as a matter of fact, you can tell people, if you'd like, that you're my confidential advisor.
Okay.
You're confidential advisor to Bill Allred, cast member of the Radio from Hell show.
I'm watching that Robin Williams documentary that was just on HBO just recently.
Is it depressing?
Come inside my mind. I'm 3/4 of the way through.
So not depressing yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Interesting person.
Yeah. By the way, Cronauer said that the movie, Good Morning Vietnam, and he helped write it.
Yeah.
Most of it's not true.
No.
I mean, it was very highly...
It was true that he was a DJ in Vietnam.
Pretty much. My favorite thing, I got to watch that movie again. I remember really liking it, but my favorite, of course, was the bar owner in Saigon. He says, hey, you like my shiny green suit?
He calls everybody Earl.
Hey, Earl. That's what I always called my kids when they were just babies.
Call them Earl?
Because of that guy. Hey, Earl, how you doing? Earl. Let's see now. Man was killed by UTA train. Tracks, I believe. This is Utah Transit Authority. No, it was the front runner.
Oh,
he rode his bicycle through the crossing arms.
Don't do that.
Really?
No.
Why do you say that, Gina? Oh, because this guy got killed doing it? The fatality happened on the 9th South, 6th West crossing. According to UTA Public Information Officer, the last trains of the evening were delayed up to an hour because of the accident. The man was part of a group that rides their bikes at night. They go riding around together after work. He didn't want to be left behind in the group, and he tried to catch up to go with them and was hit by the train. The crossing arms were down. The train certainly wasn't at fault in that incident. This is a story for you, Gina. Utah City has ranked as the second best place in the country. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
Not the best, but the second best for s'mores.
Oh.
So if you're a fan of s'mores, you've come to the right place. Utah's capital city ranks as the second best city in the country for good old-fashioned s'mores. This is according to a new report from Pine Mountain, a company that sells fire starters for camping.
So this isn't like fancy restaurant s'mores? This
this is
like
camping
outside.
s'mores. Nashville, Tennessee, ranked as the best city in the country for roasting s'mores.
I disagree.
Well, the reason is that Nashville, Tennessee has a very good proximity to camping sites, more than even Salt Lake
More than
City,
us?
apparently. It's ideal evening temperatures, safe wind speeds.
Oh, yeah, we don't have safe wind speeds.
And rainfall numbers. That's how they gauged it. So less rain, very little wind, easy access to campgrounds, perfect s'mores territory.
You know, now if you go to the Radio from Hell Facebook page where our videos are,
yes,
there's a video there where I give a s'more making lesson from when we went glamping at Bear Lake.
It would be a s'mores making lesson.
Well, but now Guy has an improvement upon your recipe.
I don't know.
Instead of Hershey's,
yeah,
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Go. Go.
Right now, can I go?
No, the only reason I would say no to that, I don't believe the melt factor is as good.
We'll see.
It's
I'm gonna give it a try.
A Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is not melty. I don't think it really.
Oh, it could be if you put a hot marshmallow on top of it.
We'll see. We'll see.
No.
Maybe you get those mini ones.
All right.
Anyway,
let's see now. Andy Dick has pleaded not guilty to sexual battery charges.
Andy Dick is always guilty.
I know.
Yes.
He's been accused of groping cast and crew members on the set of an indie film last October. He's denied it all. I didn't grope anybody. I meant to kiss somebody on the cheek to say goodbye and then licked them. That's my thing. I like licking people.
That's my thing.
I licked Carrie Fisher at a roast. It's me being funny. I'm not trying to be sexually harassing people.
Why do people still give him a job?
exactly.
Because it was an indie film, and I'm guessing they didn't pay him much. And Whoopi Goldberg got into a big fight with Judge Jean Pirro backstage. Now,
and on stage.
Well, it was worse backstage. Now, they got into an explosive argument backstage at The View on Thursday after an intense on-the-air exchange got even more heated behind the scenes. The confrontation ended up with it says here, with liberal Whoopi Goldberg.
Liberal!
Shouting, F you, get the F out, at the President Trump supporter and Fox News host Jean Pirro. During the screaming match, Pirro told Goldberg, I have done more for abused women than you will ever do.
Well,
she'd been on the air to promote a new book called Liars, Leakers, and Liberals, the case against the anti-Trump conspiracy.
Oh, God, why would they even have her on?
I don't know. I have no idea. It seems odd, doesn't it? But they aren't one or two of the women on The View conservative?
Well, you got your Meghan McCain.
Meghan McCain there, yeah. But even she's
a reasonable,
occasionally reasonable,
yes.
But you've got Whoopi and you've got
Joy Behar.
Joy Behar, and they're both like us. We're
very liberal.
We're all.
And then the football player's wife isn't there anymore.
No, she hasn't been there for a long time.
Or Sherry Shepherd isn't there anymore. Yeah. And then finally this.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Bum Bum is on the run.
Who?
Dr. Bum Bum?
Dr. Bum Bum.
Who's Dr. Bum Bum?
Gina, we've talked about Dr. Bum Bum on this stage.
I'm just being people.
On this radio
just
station.
Being people. That's your sign off right there.
Good luck with that. Dr. Bum Bum on the run after being accused of killing a patient during a botched procedure to enlarge her bum. Lillian Calixto became sick during the procedure at the Rio de Janeiro home of Dr. Dennis Furtado, also known as Dr. Bum Bum. He took her to the hospital, but the 46-year-old married mom died early Sunday. The judge issued a warrant for the arrest of the celebrity doctor on homicide charges, but he has vanished. Be on the lookout for Dr. Bum Bum. He's appeared on Brazilian TV, and he's something of a celebrity.
A phenom. In
Brazil, because where they prize
Bum Bum.
The large and shapely female
derriere.
Yeah. Dr. Bum Bum, but he was doing his plastic surgeries, though, in an apartment, and someone pointed out, you can't be completely legit if you're doing bum plastic surgery in an apartment building. So
Tend to agree.
Yeah. All right, that's
all right. Weather, traffic?
Let's see. Weather brought to you by Keep It Local with Kirkham's Outdoor Products 74th Anniversary Sale, featuring hundreds of excellent items for the great outdoors and 20% off coupon at kirkhams.com. We've got the monsoonal moisture coming back, which means it'll be a chilly 96 degrees today and a chance of some afternoon thunderstorms.
How hot did it get yesterday?
I got in my car. So my car was parked in my garage for a little while, and when I got in it, it said 112. That's just what it was in my garage.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was over 100 yesterday.
Man, it was bad.
But that's what I said. It'll be chilly today, 96. Traffic. This is from our friend Trooper S. Now through early Wednesday morning, I-15 from the 215 North interchange to the South interchange is going to be a hot spot for UHP. DUI, DWI, speeding, and aggressive driving are going to be addressed. They're running 20 extra officers. So watch it, everybody. The only crash we have to tell you about is the off-ramp northbound I-15 at milepost 289 at Bangor Highway. If you see anything or you want to warn people about stuff, 33986. If you're in an accident, the first thing you should do is contact the advocates. Remember, they don't get paid until you do. Go to utahodvocates.com for more information. You deserve an advocate.
Here's boner candidate number 3. How'd you find me again? A robbery suspect used a stolen cell phone to snap a selfie, and in the process, he gave authorities his identity. This is in Shreveport, Louisiana. A victim of a July 10th robbery told police he was held at gunpoint as he exited his car. The victim said he surrendered cash and 2 cell phones, and the robber fled. 3 days later, the victim told police the suspect had taken photos of himself that had automatically uploaded to the cloud.
Oh.
The victim retrieved the photos, which investigators then released to the public. And 2 days after releasing the photos, a tipster said, "I know that guy. That's Tommy Lee Beverly Jr."
Tommy Lee Beverly Jr., you get in here.
Tommy Lee Beverly Jr. is now being sought on an armed robbery charge. Oh, they've got him.
Oh, they have him?
They got him.
Okay, there he is.
Tommy Lee Beverly Jr. He thinks, I'm okay. I'll just take selfies, Got him on the phone here. They were uploaded to the cloud. That's how it... Now, what, huh? What? How'd you find me again? I don't get it. What cloud? Boner candidate number 3.
All right. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Well, we had boner candidate number 1, which I know Gina loved a lot. I was just ride sharing. It's a man who ditched a date. He was driving her car. He says, "Go into the convenience store, get me some cigars." Okay. And then he just drives off, and he goes and picks up a relative of hers, a god sister, picks her up and takes her to the drive-in movies. Well, I was just ride sharing, man. The police finally got him. Boner candidate number 2. I wanted to make sure my coworkers were safe. It's a man who allegedly put baby monitors in several coworkers' bedrooms, and they were there for several months before they were discovered. And boner candidate number 3. How did you find me again?
All right. Don't forget, Hello Yeah What is coming up right after we award round 1 of the boner. So be ready for that. Time for you to vote for round 1. You've got to pick of these 3 candidates which one is the most worthy to go forward to Boner Fight and get that chance to become Boner of the Day. If it wins here, it has to go up against the winner of round 2. We do round 2 at 8:20 with 3 more candidates, and we get another winner. We take both winners, throw them into the Boner Fight at 9:20. That's when you will decide Boner of the Day. So pick your contender right now. 1, 2, or 3. Remember the candidate number. Put it in the message of a text and text it to 33986. Festus will take your voice votes in the producer's booth at 877-602-9696. Or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Voting July 20 and vote there. You've got less than 300 seconds. Let's go. This is round 1.
John Smith kicks off a 1-hour non-stop music wingding at the conclusion of Radio from Hell on X96.
this weekend is also the big shopping thing.
It is.
And I'm telling you right now, if you go, I'm going to be hurt.
The big shopping thing being every year, Gina. Well, you tell them what you do every year.
Yeah, go ahead, Gina.
It's my mom, the Sainted Mary Claire, and 3 of her friends, and all their daughters. I don't even know how many people it is. It's like 40 people.
But they're all of a certain. Oh no, I'm not going to do it. Never mind. I was going to be way too mean there.
I was so hoping you'd continue. Let that thought flow through there.
Anyway. In fact, one of the mothers was shopping a day or two ago with her daughters. I'm not sure where they were, but
getting a jump on it, were they?
Well, no, they were trying to buy the matching jammies because we all wear matching jammies, and
those are pajamas for those of you who don't know what jammies are.
Matching jammies. And the mother said, "Oh, I want these," and they said, "Well, we need to order them in." And she said, "Well, I have to have them by Thursday." I'm like, "Why do you need 5 pairs of matching jammies by Thursday?" And she said, "Well, we go on this shopping trip every year." And he said, "Is this Gina Barberi's shopping trip?"
God. Okay, so we don't need to explain it. Everybody seems to know. But here's the deal: is that if you go.
Why will you be hurt?
I will be hurt because she can't make the ride into work here and sit in this comfortable chair that Babinski's has given you.
But she can go
and shop. And that just shows there's that guilt thing coming back, is that you and I cannot have any control.
No.
But Mary Claire, queen of guilt.
She directs my life, as you know.
I don't think that you should let your mother make you go on this shopping trip.
Right, that's right.
Well, and actually we've talked about it a lot the last couple of days, and she's been worried about me, and I've been having some trouble the last couple of days. And
Richie's having a T-shirt made for you, by the way. It just says "irritable uterus" on it.
Well,
I'd wear it.
Let's see if we can get a second tie line to come in here. I know big radio stations can do that, and we're just KXRK Provo, but let's see if we can get a second tie line in here so that Gina can be at home and we can be at Jiffy Lube on Monday. And we can all be here. All right?
It'd be nice if we could do that.
All right.
It's the JT thing that's the problem.
Well, JT can maybe send her traffic in pre-recorded.
Okay.
JT, you're there, right? Maybe we could do that just for
whatever
one
you guys want.
For one day.
That's a doable thing, isn't it, JT?
As long as somebody can play an MP3 over there.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
All right, we'll have Richie work that out.
I mean, it would be sort of live traffic, but it would be like...
I'll send it like a minute or two.
A minute or two, yeah.
I won't be able to do my sign-off, though.
Well, we'll be okay.
We'll forego
One
that.
day.
Yeah, whatever you guys want. Come
All
on.
right. $7:45. We do have Hello Yeah What coming up as soon as we award round one of your boners.
And round one of the boner voting is brought to you in part by I don't know
Who
what
did
oh, corn on the cob.
Oh, nice.
And woohoo! Lucky's Auto Credit, 77 cents in a job, get you a car. That's awesome. They'll front the tax, title, and license. That's 77 cents total to drive away today. Apply online at luckysautocredit.com. Woohoo!
Are you drunk?
I'm just reading the copy.
Okay. You should listen back to that. So we had... Can we play that back for Ms. Barberi?
No.
Just as a...
It's fine. I'm.
You're fine. Okay. So we had Boner Candidate number 1. I was just ride sharing. That's the guy who he's driving this girl's car. He's taking her out on a date, but they took her car. She said, "You can drive." He sends her into the convenience store to get some cigars for him, and then takes off and goes and picks up somebody she knows, her god sister, whatever a god sister is. And the god sister says, "This guy's coming to pick me up, and he's in your car." Anyway, he was finally apprehended at the drive-in movies by the police. And then there was Boner Candidate number 2. I was just trying to make sure that my coworkers were safe. A man who allegedly put baby monitors in several female coworkers' bedrooms. Pretty bizarre. And Boner Candidate number 3. How'd you find me again? This is a cloud. I don't get this. It's a guy who stole a cell phone and other items, and he takes selfies with the cell phone, thinking, "Oh, I got me a new cell phone here. I'll use the camera." It was automatically uploaded to the owner of the cell phone's cloud. The owner showed the pictures to the cops. The cops decided, they get him. Addison won a Boner T-shirt, and the winner, Boner Candidate number 1. Well, I was just ride sharing.
All right, that's your winner of round 1. It now goes forward to Boner Fight. It has at this moment, 50-50 chance of becoming Boner of the Day. It has to defeat the winner of round 2. Round 2's voting happens at 8:20. That means 3 more candidates and another winner. Then we take the 2 winners and throw them in for a Boner Fight at 9:20. That's when you will decide Boner of the Day. And then after that, Dave the Flower Guy picks Boner of the Week.
Yep.
All right.
Are we hello, yeah,
are we?
Well, we'll see.
Hello, what?
If people want to talk to us, they can. Now, this is your opportunity to get in. This call-in feature where people call radio stations and chat or make comments or state their positions, this was invented by us. We were the first radio show to ever do a phone-in feature. A lot of people, we used to do it on a Friday, and we even called it Free Open Phone Friday. And then it got stolen. Everybody started.
That's when talk radio was born.
877-602-9696. So it's kind of crazy that we do this. Other radio stations are afraid to. They only take recorded calls.
I kind of hate to think that we're to blame for things like Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh.
Maybe. We are. And other radio stations that you listen to or they call in and talk about the dates that they went on and stuff, those are usually actors that they hire to do the phone calls. Or that now people are just doing, you call a comment line and they play they make sure that what you say is safe and then they play it on.
We don't want to offend anyone.
It's an answering machine, essentially.
Yeah, and we don't have money to pay actors to call in.
So anyway, we just decided to rework the feature a little bit and work without Annette.
And I'm glad she's gone.
Yeah.
By the way.
Annette.
Boo! You are starting with the dad jokes now.
I'm tired.
I like that joke. Because I'm a dad.
But I didn't say Annette, though. I just said I'm glad she's gone. No, I let you in your head.
My head made the dad joke.
Your head made the dad joke. I just said I'm glad she's gone.
Surely it's fine.
Don't.
Anybody?
Hello, yeah, what?
877-602-9696. Whatever you want to talk about. Anything. It's just a free for all.
Devin is here. Devin.
Hello, yeah, what?
Devin, good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Thanks for letting me listen.
You're welcome. Now, Devin, as I mentioned, we're working without Annette here, so be careful. What is it that you wanted to talk about?
So I just actually wanted to promote a doctor that I've seen a few times, and he's great. I play a lot of sports, and I get the sports ball injuries once in a while. And this guy's name is Dr. Curtis Andrews, and he's at Popperview Medical in South Jordan.
And of course he's at your house in the morning for breakfast, and then you say goodbye, Dad, and off he goes. Right?
No, absolutely not. It's the only time I've seen him is in his office. But I don't know, just for those out there who played the sports ball. Curtis Andrews, good doctor.
That's I think that's an okay thing to do, because I remember, and he's gone now, a very great doctor that I love, Dr. Russell Toronto, and he was a really great sports doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime I had the chance to tell people about him, I did, because he was terrific. And so I think that's fine. I'm glad you did that, Devin. People need good sports doctors. All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
All right.
Say hi to your dad for us.
Yeah, it's what Hello Yeah What could be used for just about anything, really.
Yeah,
so,
although if you start using it for that exclusively, we won't do it anymore.
That's true. Danielle.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hi there.
Hi, how are you today?
Well, very well, thank you.
Good. I called because I have eaten s'mores with Reese's Pieces, and it's the best way to eat a s'more.
Now, I was talking Reese's Peanut Butter Cup because the pieces wouldn't melt, would they?
I meant Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Yes, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
And did it melt for you?
It melted a little bit, but the peanut butter got warm. It didn't melt like a Reese's candy bar would.
Doesn't get gooey like a.
It doesn't get gooey, but it's really, really, really good.
I am willing to try
I've also done
it.
with Rollos. Rollos, try that too.
Okay.
Isn't part of a s'more though the goo?
Well,
That's
sure.
the goo factor is something.
Well, you get that with the marshmallow.
Yeah.
But if you're feeding kids, the less goo, the better.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids and goo are just
They're the worst.
I always try to have a package of wipes handy when the s'mores are happening.
Of course you do.
Yeah, you can't do it without wipes for sure.
Yeah, I just say wipe it on your shirt. Lick it off. Lick your fingers off and then wipe it on your shirt.
You
and
need
then
wipes.
and then I hope there are no bears.
Because they'll smell it on you and yeah.
See you later.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now I want a s'more.
I
can only
I always want a s'more.
I can only eat one. But.
Let's go to this is Brandon.
Hello, yeah, what?
What can we do for you, Brandon?
Hi, Brandon.
You need some advice of some kind?
Oh, no, good morning, lords and ladies. Thanks for letting me listen.
Sure.
I was just calling in to talk about the importance of co-parenting after you split up.
Yes.
I get to hang out with my daughter this weekend because it's her birthday and everything, and it's really nice when you and whoever you've been with finally can come together and be able to think about the child and what's good for them instead of all of the feelings and the crap that happened between you guys and everything. And it's so important. And anybody listening, if you're separated, just try to be kind to the other person and don't put your kids in the middle of it.
You know what's better than that, Brandon? Staying married.
Well, you're assuming he was married.
Brandon, staying with your baby mama. That's what's more important. Don't you think kids deserve a family, Brandon? No, Brandon, you're absolutely right. It is.
If I could have, I would have.
It sounds to me as though you've been through some stuff, but the two of you have finally worked something out.
Yeah.
Perhaps an uneasy alliance.
Part of being a good parent is being able to put your own stuff aside for the sake of the kids. So, nice job.
It is, definitely. Yeah, that's one of the most important parts.
Just ignore the fact that she's a horrible person.
You don't know anything about her.
I'm just assuming. Listen, you can hear the hurt in Brandon's voice, can't you?
Oh, so much.
Oh, Brandon.
You can hear the hurt. She wrecked him.
For a minute, I was blaming Brandon.
No, I don't think so. I think Brandon got a raw deal here, but I'm glad that you can overlook all of those horrible things that happened to you and focus on your daughter.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you again for letting me listen, and have a wonderful weekend.
You too, Brandon.
See you later.
Let's see. Mike, James, hang on the line. We'll get to you. We will continue this feature.
Hello, yeah, what?
If you insist after the break. 877-602-9696.
Traffic has not been that bad this morning. We've got a crash eastbound I-80 near Mountain Dell. The cars are on the right shoulder, and they're not even causing any delays. And I'm looking at the UDOT website. We're running pretty smoothly up and down the Wasatch Front. If you see something and want to let other friends of the program know about it, you can text me at 33986. Brought to you by The Blocks, Salt Lake's Cultural Core. Learn more at theblockslc.com.
Hi, I'm Todd Newcomb, Program Director at X96. And for the extended Pioneer Day weekend, we're giving you the Pioneers of Alternative. That's a 4-day Pioneers of Alternative weekend starting Saturday and going all the way through Pioneer Day on Tuesday. These are the songs that built X96, and we promise to dig up some classics you haven't heard in a long time. It all starts Saturday on X96 because this is the place.
Chill. Never Ending Summer featuring 311 and The Offspring. Friday, July 27th, USANA Amphitheater. With special guest, Jim Class.
I was so nervous to talk about it, Robin. I mean, they're so secretive, those two.
Oh, I know, Howard.
The only reason I knew was because I'd been asked to. They asked me to make a speech.
They did what?
Yeah,
Howard?
they asked me to make a speech, Robin.
Oh.
Evidently, I'm in demand. I mean, I'm very friendly with Justin, you know. I mean, I like him very much. I like him.
Well, I knew that you had his phone number.
Well, I really like him. I even said in my speech to them that if one of my daughters brought home a guy like Justin, I'd be pretty pleased. I mean, except for the SE tattoos. He's got some hugging weird ones, but except for the fact that I gave him a journal to draw in, and he draws pictures of dead zombie babies with blood dripping out of their head on almost every page. I said those two things might disturb me, but aside from that, Robin.
You said all these things at the wedding?
No, I didn't say those in the speech. I was miserable at having to speak at the couple's reception.
But you should have been honored, Howard.
Well, I was just worried about it, but I had everybody laughing. Everybody was laughing. They had these little tiny chairs. There was a table, and then when you sit down, and the chairs are like these little poofs. These little pillow poofs.
Oh, I love those kind of chairs.
Yeah, I know you do, Robin. That's because you got a big ass.
Oh, Howard.
But I love your ass, Robin. It's a big wide ass, and I know you like those.
Let's get back to the wedding,
all right,
Howard,
all
not
right.
my ass.
Well, I'm 6 foot hugging feet. I'm a grown man with a skinny ass, Robin. I got a skinny ass, not a big wide ass like your ass.
Back to the wedding.
All right.
Did you at least toast the cup? Oh, this is going.
I love the Howard Stern show, by the way.
Radio from Hell on X96.
Hello, yeah, what?
Well, before we do that, though,
What? Yes.
and we're still taking your calls, 877-602-9696. But while you're dialing, X96 proud to welcome 21 Pilots, the Bandito Tour, to Vivint Smart Home Arena on Tuesday, November 13th. Purchase your tickets by registering at 21pilots.com/Bandito Tour. The keyword you need to text is SHOTS, SHOTS, SHOTS. Text that to 33986.
Nobody dials anymore. I try to stop saying
You can't dial.
No,
Show me a phone you can dial.
I know.
on.
That's why
You
you
say
said
nobody-
while you're dialing. You said while you're dialing.
While you're
Well, then what do you say?
While you're calling, I guess. I slip every once in a while and still say dialing, but
I think it's a fine word for it.
But you don't dial your phone at all anymore.
No.
But you know who has called in? James and Jeff, and there's a line open at 877-602-9696 for the feature.
Hello, yeah, what?
We call that.
There you go. Let's go to James. Hello, James.
James? Oh, is your button pushed?
Oh, hey, what's
Oh,
up?
he's
Sorry,
here.
I'm not used to people calling me Jim. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi.
Good morning.
We didn't call you Jim.
We called you James.
Oh, I apologize. And then I misheard. Hey.
Hello, yeah, what?
Amazing wife Alexa and I are expecting our first baby in October.
Now,
So it's a big deal baby.
Okay, James, what's your wife's name?
Alexa.
Alexa, all right. I'm sorry
I
for that.
apologize
This is,
for anybody that I might have activated this device.
Oh no! See, this is excitable, James.
Oh, that explains a lot. So
I just get a little ahead of myself. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you're an excitable boy.
Yes.
So, so James, you want help with a baby name? You say?
Yeah, we have 4 names picked out, 2 boys, 2 girls. We're a big fan of the long, formal name, and then we would just call them by the shorter nickname.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so you don't know the sex of the child yet?
No. We want to be surprised. There's not a lot of good surprises that happen to you after you turn 30 years old, and this is a good surprise.
Okay.
So might as well just lean into it.
I just pop. Well, never mind.
Give us the 4.
Okay, so 2 boys, Oliver and Lincoln, which we go by Ollie and Link, and the 2 girls, Charlotte and Gwendolyn. So Charlie and Gwen.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with any of those names.
Yeah, they're all
really. I think
good.
they're fine. Now I don't know what the last name is. The pairing is sometimes.
It's so vanilla. It's Jensen.
Jensen.
Yep.
Jensen. So
I know. I would say not on Charlotte, and here's why.
Why?
Because right now you think Charlotte. You don't hear that name very often, but there's Princess Charlotte. And in a couple of years, Charlotte's going to say, Dad, there's like 4 Charlottes in my class.
Who's Princess Charlotte? Is that?
It's William and Kate's daughter, Charlotte.
Oh, from England.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
What, are you moving to England?
No,
You're going to have
just-
a lot of Charlottes in your class in England.
I'm just
We're
telling you.
Americans, Gina.
There's going to be, Charlotte is going to be one of those names where you go, oh, there's so many Charlotte.
And I would prefer Gwendolyn or Gwen over that one because Gwen Stacy is Peter Parker's girlfriend.
And secretly, that's kind of where I'm leaning with that one too, Gary.
Don't tell
keep it on the down low.
Yeah, don't tell Lex that. She doesn't need to know.
Oh, she's upstairs listening.
Damn it.
Well, I guess I don't think any of those names are terrible.
You can't lose.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
And then, if you had to pick the boy name out of the two, Oliver's just so popular right now.
It is.
That's the problem.
I go
And
Lincoln.
Go with that.
What's the other name?
Lincoln.
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 Yeah.
You'll spell it
Lincoln.
with C-O-L-N, right? Lincoln.
Yeah, set the bar a little bit lower. Get the kids some Lincoln logs instead of Legos.
There you go.
Right?
You going to do a middle name?
Probably James for a boy and Lynn for a girl.
All I can say to both of you is that Carrie is perfectly good names for both men and women.
Wait a minute. Don't do
Gwendolyn.
Don't do Gwendolyn Lynn.
Don't do Gwendolyn Lynn. That's
just Gwendolyn Lynn. There's two Lynn's in a row. You don't want that.
No. So
okay.
I don't want to start out with the speech.
So go with the other.
Go
Go with Peggy then.
Go with
Peggy. Peggy Lynn.
Congratulations.
Jensen.
All right, we'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye,
It's
James.
good talking to you guys.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Let's go to Jeff. Jeff is here.
Hello, yeah, what?
We do have lines open. We're doing good, James.
Jeff.
Jeff.
No, Jeff. This is Jeff.
We got lines. Hang on, Jeff. We have lines open, is what I want to tell people before you talk. 877-602-9696. Now, Jeff, your turn.
Okay, so I got a question. It's for you, Bill, and Gina. Terry doesn't have any kids, so I can't ask him this question.
Hey.
So,
all right.
I know, but that's cool. No,
All right. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
So what I'm asking is, so your son, Bill, works there, and your son, Gina, works there.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any interview process, or were
No.
your children just kind of slid into there because they were family?
Yes, they did.
And so
It's
why
nepotism,
do you
pure
say-
and simple.
No, I'm just saying, why do you say that you don't claim your son no relationship? I'm just wondering.
Well, for his protection. It's for his protection.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't. It hurts his reputation if people know he's related to me. So that's why I tell people that he's not.
Okay, well, cool. You guys are honest, Gina. Is that same answer for you?
Yes, it's the same answer.
Okay.
For me. And
Well,
I had nothing to do with him being here. That was between,
of course not.
That was between
No.
him and Richie.
Sure it was.
That was
Of course.
Okay, now
Of
I'm
course.
not being sarcastic, but like your dad didn't have anything with you
No.
being in radio?
Absolutely nothing to do
And
with it.
that's something that needs to be repeated. Is that had nothing to do with her being on the air. It was Bill and I that hired her.
After I got my job, and he's listening now because he just texted me. Good morning, Dad.
Hi, Tom.
He after I had my job, he had said to me more than once, "Now, what's that station you work at again?"
If we had known, we didn't see. Carrie and I are pretty dense, and we didn't put two and two together when Gina Barberi came to us, and we didn't put two and two together and say, "Hey, are you related to Tom Barberi?" It never even occurred to us. Never occurred to us, and because if we'd known, we would not have hired her because Tom's work habits are so bad.
Well, we all know,
and it's just like the apple does not fall far from the tree.
Doesn't.
You know, it's do the four and hit the door, Barberi.
I gotcha.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you for being so honest, and you guys have a great day.
We'll see you, Jeff.
See ya, Jeff.
All right, let's talk to. Is it Jaron?
Garin.
Or Garin? It's spelled Garin, but I'm guessing it's Jaron.
No, it's Garen.
It is Garin. Okay.
All right, Garin. Can you tell us what's behind that name before we talk to you?
It's actually shortened from Mudgarin.
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 Wow. Something my parents saw on a jersey. I don't know.
All right.
Crazy.
All right.
That's fine.
Listen. If my name were McGarren, I would insist that people call me that.
I would insist they call me Officer McGarren or Detective McGarren.
So what's your question or comment?
I just wanted to say, you guys are talking about dialing.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it. Nobody ever actually rolls up their windows either.
That's true in your car. You don't roll them up.
I'll say,
Garen, I can't hear you. Roll up your window. I can't hear you. All right.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody does that
No,
anymore.
it rolls. There is a rolling. There's a mechanism in there that
But
rolls
you don't
it up.
roll it. You just press a button.
But that's why you say. I mean, even you look out your window and you. If you're trying to talk to somebody, you do the roll motion even though you don't
See,
actually.
here's the thing. You guys keep saying that these words aren't good anymore, and my argument is, hey, I'm going to use them until you come up with something better.
Move into the future, Carrie.
Well, then pick me a better word.
Instead of roll up the window, put up the window.
Put up the window.
Put up the window.
Okay. What about dial? Pick me a better one.
Call.
I still like roll and dial. I think they're perfectly fine.
I'm a futurist.
You're a futurist.
I say no more record scratches.
All these people telling us to stop using certain words. Come up with something better, and then we will. All right, let's go to Nick. Nick will take our last call.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hi, Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's up? What can we do for you?
First off, I want to publicly thank you for doing what you do, and also give a shout out to Corey O'Brien for hooking me up with the Warped Tour tickets and what he did to be able to get me to go there.
Okay, all right.
And second, today's my birthday, so just hoping for a happy birthday.
Someone got a birthday. I wonder who.
It's Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Nick, happy birthday.
Nick.
I hope it's a good one.
Here you go. That's good enough.
If you listen closely, they're saying, Rick did a dick, Nick, it's your birthday, Nick.
All right, Nick, thank you.
Bye.
All right, that's
Hello, yeah, what?
See?
for today.
Our consultant hates us.
He does.
Well, for lots of reasons.
But for doing that.
Traffic? You want traffic? You think there's traffic?
I'm guessing.
I don't know. I think everyone is sleeping in and resting up for their long road trip they have planned this weekend because there ain't nothing going on the roads, which is great. Keep that up, why don't you? If you see something, text it to us 33986. When life feels like it's crashing down on you from above, Lifetime Roofing is here to offer you peace of mind. In that home of yours, you and your family have your own personal fortress of reassurance. Roofs at Lifetime Roofing are simply better than everyone else's, period.
All right, Boners Round 2 coming up. Here are your candidates. Boner candidate number 1, brethren, dwelling together in unity. Boner candidate number 2, you're off the team, pal. And boner candidate number 3, well, you weren't wanted for a crime until now.
All right. Round 2 of your boner voting, along with big boy news after these. Hang on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to announce the 2018 X96 Toyota Big Ass Show.
You know who's on the line? I believe this is the impetus to the first all-day show.
Candace.
Yes.
How now? You were there for the first all-day show. Oh yeah.
I was, as Carrie said, I was the something from the radio gods, the idiot or something.
No,
not so much. He didn't really.
The
say
gift from the radio gods.
That was it. Yeah.
But
And
you-
I was the one that brought the alcohol.
You are the first. You were the one who started the tradition of bringing us booze.
Exactly. And I'm so upset. Y'all got pedicures and I didn't.
Well,
I would have liked one.
Well,
you should have asked.
Well, I was in and out of the house all day.
Candy Bear.
Well, then you couldn't.
And then you couldn't have gotten one anyway.
Candy Bear. I'm not sure what.
Not. Did you say Candy Bear?
Yeah.
Or Daddy Bear.
Candy Bear.
Oh, that's cute.
You're
Better
my-
than Candy Ass.
You're my little Candy Bear.
Who is this?
Don't you know?
No, I don't know.
Who is this?
It's your mother.
I think
Hi.
Candy's been
Candy?
drinking today already.
Candy, hi, it's Mitt
No,
Candy, hi,
I
it's Mitt
haven't.
Romney.
Candace,
Ew.
do you have any idea what you're listening to or where you are?
It's a country station, and I'm in Texas. No, of course I do, you silly gooses.
Candy?
That was ridiculous.
Candy Bear?
Don't call me Candy, please. My dad hated that.
It's Candace.
It's Candace, Carrie.
Yes, it's Candace.
If
Bill,
your dad
and I
hated
will-
that, he shouldn't have named you Candace.
Yeah.
He's no longer living. That's rude.
Well, I'm sure his feelings are hurt.
Did you call us Candace?
Yes, I did, and
she
I
did.
meant to get abused.
Okay, because I thought maybe the interns had called you and then
No, nobody
just picked your name
remembers.
out of a phone book or something. Nobody
You
remembers.
wish.
Nobody remembers what, Candace?
Any of this.
Any of.
And I'm even on the CD, and I'm so sad.
She's she's the phone call. She's the reason.
For Carrie's
She's the reason that we
the
did the
story.
because I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
tell my Hawaii story.
No, it
or
was your Vegas.
My Vegas story.
Vegas
my
story,
Vegas
that's
story.
right.
Exactly.
And
Carrie, I saw you at that one clothing store. I don't remember.
You remember, Carrie?
was
Oh,
was I
yeah,
was I was I buying my garments?
It was that
Was
one
it that
clothing
one?
store.
That one
No.
clothing store?
I don't know what you call him. Come on, help me out. A thing.
You
a
know.
mannequin,
A thing.
Whatever.
I can.
Was it a remote?
You know, I can see why you were the impetus for the all-day show because it takes all day to get anything out of
Holy
you.
crap! You've been doing this all day. I'm tired too, and yes, whatever.
She's
But
drunk.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm just embarrassed.
Candy Bear?
This is the note you want to go out on,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, Candace, you've been rickrolled. I'm sorry.
God bless you, Candace.
All right.
I'm glad that somehow you started the all-day show, but no, that's not the note we want to go out on.
Well, we got 20 minutes.
But as with all of our all-day shows, I seem to remember that they go out not with a bang but a whimper.
I've been whimpering for the last hour and 20 minutes.
They just kind of peter out at the end. So,
Well, Gina, I'm used to your whimpering.
It's what I do.
Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
Remember that information. You're going to need it in about 15 or 20 minutes when we call for voting for round 2 of your boners. Presenting to you now 3 boner candidates that are news stories. They are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You'll listen to 2 now, and then a third after the news, and then you've heard all 3. Then you'll consider, and then you'll call in or text in or go online to vote for who you think should win round 2. They do not become boner of the day if they win here. They have to defeat the winner of round 1. That happened an hour ago. But we'll take the winner of each round, so the 2 contestants will throw them into Boner Fight at 9:20, and that's when you vote for Boner of the Day. So, 2 candidates now for round 2, then a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote, and one of you lucky random Boner voters will receive
tickets to Shark Week at Loveland Living Planet Aquarium.
All right, here's Boner candidate number 1. Brethren, dwelling together in unity, eh? The coast of White Rock, British Columbia, in western Canada, looks to be an ideal place to take a run, a jog, with its sweeping views of the Semiahmoo Bay to the west and scores of waterfront homes and seafood restaurants to the east. That's what 19-year-old Cedella Roman thought when she went jogging along the area's smooth beaches in a southbound direction, notably in May. Ms. Roman, who lives in France, had been visiting her mother in nearby North Delta, British Columbia. And during Ms. Roman's run, she was admiring the scenery. That's a picture of her at x96.com/live. She was admiring the scenery when she unwittingly crossed the border from Canada into the United States.
Okay.
The demarcation line between the 2 countries, it turns out, is only about 3 miles down the coast. Roman told CBC News she hadn't seen any signs indicating she was about to cross into the United States, but that 2 U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers approached her shortly after she accidentally left Canada. An officer stopped me and started telling me I'd crossed the border illegally, Roman said.
Oops.
I told him, well, I didn't do it on purpose, and I don't understand what's happening exactly. Now, a map indicates that Ms. Roman would have crossed the border near the Peace Arch, which is a 67-foot concrete monument that was erected in 1921 as the world's first monument dedicated to peace. The arch straddles the U.S.-Canada border and is inscribed with the words, "Children of a common mother" on one side and "Brethren dwelling together in unity" on the other side. But Roman, who wasn't carrying any identification or proof of citizenship because she's jogging, told CBC News she thought the Border Patrol officers might just say, "Oh, okay, it's a mistake. Why just run on back into Canada? You're fine." Nope.
No?
Oh,
no.
boy.
ICE.
Why?
U.S. immigration officials arrested her, processed her as an expedited removal, transferred her to custody of Immigration Customs Enforcement. She was taken to ICE's Northwest Detention Center in Tacoma, Washington, where she remained detained from May 21st until June 5th, when after 2 weeks of paperwork and processing, Roman was taken back to the border and removed to Canada.
She was just...
Well, I mean, get a look at her. You know why they
She has
arrested
dark
her.
skin.
Yeah.
She's sort of
That's
brown.
Why. That's why they did it.
That's
Is there no
that's how ICE
allowance for
not under this administration.
understanding?
No.
Like, oh,
No.
well, that
No.
makes sense.
Not-
You were just jogging.
Not during,
and-
not now. No, there's not. That kind of thing should make you the most uneasy of all.
Yep.
Boner candidate number 1, brethren dwelling together in unity. Here's boner candidate number 2. You're off the team, pal. A star wrestler in California has lost his college scholarship after a video surfaced of him making an anti-gay slur at an immigration protest. An immigration protest,
Yeah.
according to reports. Bronson Harmon was set to attend California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo, but he had his wrestling scholarship revoked. The decision came after Harmon was reportedly caught on video flipping someone off and making a homophobic remark during a counter-protest to the Families Belong Together march in Modesto. F you F, gay slur, the high school graduate was heard saying while carrying a Donald Trump 2016 sign. Following the protest, a man also filed a report claiming that this wrestling student, this student who's going to be a wrestler, and a friend shoved him into a tree. But nobody's been charged in that incident. Now, Mr. Harmon says, yes, saying what I did, it was definitely not the right thing. I'm supposed to be there to help the community, be the best person I can be, and represent the college the best way I can. But I still feel like my freedom of speech was taken away, And I don't think they should have taken my scholarship over something like that.
No, your freedom of speech was not taken away. You said what you had to say, right?
And they are free to give a scholarship to whomever they think
Now,
represents their school.
The school, he says, I'm still going to go to the school, and the school said, you can attend the school.
Sure.
But we're not giving you a scholarship.
Yeah.
Boner candidate number 2. You're off the team, pal.
See, freedom of speech doesn't mean, freedom from consequences,
There are consequences.
Yes.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Well, you weren't wanted for a crime until now.
All right, round 2, boner candidate number 3, coming up after this big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by
Haster Games has the best selection of the latest board games, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, and more. It's a great place to stay and play. Remember, Haster has it 6831 South State and online at hastergames.com.
I have this... maybe I won't do it. I have this story. It's not a story, really. It's just a little video. I'll share it on Twitter, but it was... it's Imager. They do odd photos, little videos and things. And it's of a sewer main exploding in England. And it is an S-storm. I mean,
literally.
It is the most amazing thing I have seen.
There it is.
X96.com/live.
Oh, my God.
Now, this is just a still from it. There is a... it's in motion. It's one of the... there are cameras everywhere
How
in
big
England.
is that hole?
Pretty big.
And so it's just all shooting up out of that
it
hole.
just explodes. And the video shows the thing exploding, and this poor grandma here...
She's caught in the middle of it.
Yeah, and she's just caught.
Here we go. There's the video.
X90, watch it explode now. Boom! Now, and she's just like, whoa!
Oh, and it just covers her.
Gross.
Yeah. I'll tweet that out. Put it out on the Radio from Hell Twitter, will you, Dylan?
That would scare the hell out of me.
Isn't that amazing?
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, disgusting.
There's not a shower long enough to make me feel okay.
Gina, so I just to have you be aware, when eating oysters, you got to be careful.
I don't eat oysters.
Because a man has died from flesh-eating bacteria after eating bad oysters.
I don't eat them.
The Florida Department of Health said the 71-year-old man in Sarasota died following his seafood meal. His death came 2 days after he ate oysters, as they say, containing a flesh-eating bacteria known as Vibrio vulnificus.
Muhammad calls them moisters.
Moisters. He likes them.
He loves
them.
them.
Don't let him eat them.
He likes them with horseradish.
Yeah,
he gets the little tiny fork.
Yeah, me too. It was terrible. Divers are searching now for 4 people still missing after a duck boat, which is a type of boat, packed with tourists, capsized in high winds near Branson, Missouri. At least 13 people known dead. Missouri State Highway Patrol Sergeant Jason Pace said 14 people survived, including 7 who were injured when the Ride the Ducks boat sank on Table Rock Lake in Branson. Police have found 2 more bodies. Divers are looking for more. The stormy weather made the boat capsize. I don't know why they write things like this. Stone County Sheriff Doug Rader said Thursday that stormy weather likely made the boat capsize.
Well, yeah.
Really?
That's
likely.
That's what, yeah.
Another duck boat in the water did make it back to safety. Let's see. The U.S. Justice Department suggests that Paul Erickson was having a romantic relationship with a woman who is now in jail accused of being a spy for Russia. Paul Erickson, among other things, former informal advisor to Mitt Romney.
Ew, really?
All connected, aren't they?
Federal investigators say Marina Butina developed relationships with politicians and political candidates inside the Republican Party in an effort to advance the interests of Russia. Butina, a gun rights advocate in Russia, was in the United States on an education visa, working on graduate studies at American University, but they say that was a cover so she could influence American politics. Butina allegedly targeted the National Rifle Association in part because of the power of that organization that it has within the Republican Party. And Erickson is a power player in Republican politics and an advisor or former advisor to Mitt Romney, and he's big in the NRA as well.
All connected.
Yeah. The Senate has voted on Thursday to rebuke President Donald Trump for even considering Russian President Vladimir Putin's request to allow Russian prosecutors to question U.S. officials.
Wrong.
Including veteran diplomat and former U.S. ambassador to Russia, Michael McFaul.
So they don't all agree on much, but this they unanimously agree.
Unanimous 98-0 vote approving a resolution introduced by Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer came shortly after the White House issued a statement saying that Donald Trump disagreed with the proposal that he'd called an incredible offer just a few days earlier with Putin in Helsinki. Well, it's a proposal was made in sincerity by President Putin, but President Trump disagrees with it. Oh, that was Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Sounds just like him.
Yeah. Hopefully, President Putin will have the 12 identified Russians come to the United States to prove their innocence or guilt. Yeah. Fat chance. On Wednesday, Huckabee Sanders told reporters that Trump was considering the exchange. He is considering sending the ambassador, a United States ambassador, to be questioned by authorities in Russia.
Well, that's how I show my strength, is by doing what he wants me to do.
Yeah. The president is going to meet with his team, and we'll let you know when we have an announcement like that. There was some conversation about it, she said. Man. You know, our top Russian official in Moscow on Wednesday said that President Trump and Vladimir Putin reached, quote, some very important verbal agreements.
You know.
Okay, what are they?
During their summit in Finland.
Can't tell you.
Agreements which U.S. officials seem to be unaware of. These handshake deals covered a range of subjects, including the New START and INF arms control pacts. Russia's ambassador to the U.S., Anatoly Antov, told reporters. Antonov said the U.S. and Russia are also considering joint military efforts to fight terrorism in Syria. He says these are the things that they talked about. Putin and Trump also discussed a deal Russia has with Israel to keep Iranian proxy forces loyal to Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad at least 50 miles away from the border. So apparently, and I think maybe they did talk about these things, but it is telling that the Russian ambassador knows what they talked about, but nobody in the administration of the United States seems to know what Putin and Trump talked about. I'm not even sure Trump knows.
I know words. I have the best words.
Well, there you go.
And a New Jersey woman has vowed to pop the baby Trump balloon if it flies into New Jersey.
I'm going to shoot it with a gun.
Don't pop it.
Kathy Kit Conklin declared online, I'm going to pop that balloon. She says she's set up a GoFundMe page for bail in case she gets arrested for it.
You know, that's smart. That's thinking ahead, though. Yeah. I need bail money. I'm going to ask before I'm arrested.
Yeah, she says, I'm gonna pop that thing. Nah, well, let her try.
Wrong.
And Ford has recalled over 500,000 vehicles.
Wow.
550,000 sedans and SUVs in North America, saying a problem with the gear shifter could cause the vehicles to roll away.
Where's my car?
The recall includes 2013 to 2016 Ford Fusions, 2013 to 2014 Ford Escape SUVs, and over 500,000 of those vehicles were sold in the United States.
Always engage your parking brake when you park.
I do, even
if you're not on a hill.
Even if you're not on a hill.
I do. I go pull into the garage and reflexively I put on the parking brake.
You should.
Yep.
Just and it's actually that has saved me on occasion. Thinking I was in one gear and not, and thinking I was in forward and being in reverse or something like that, and
exactly.
So it can help you out of a lot of scrapes. All right, that's it. Weather and traffic, and then we'll get to boner candidate number 3.
Well, and a wee bit of sports for you.
Sports weather traffic.
Yeah, it's brought to you by the Blocks, Salt Lake's Cultural Core. Learn more at theblockslc.com. Soccer you need to know about this weekend. Tonight, kickoff at 8 o'clock at Rio Tinto Stadium. It's the Utah Royals FC versus North Carolina Courage. Tickets start at just $12. Then Saturday, Real Salt Lake's taking on Colorado Rapids. That kick is also at 8, and it's Utah's largest Pioneer Day fireworks celebration post-game. And tickets start at just $25 for that one. Weather brought to you by The Blocks, SLC, Salt Lake's Cultural Core. Learn more at theblockslc.com. Monsoonal moisture coming in, which means we might have a chance of some afternoon thunderstorms, and it'll be a chilly 96 degrees. Traffic, multi-vehicle crash with rollover northbound I-15 at 13 South. 6 or 7 cars are blocking 3 left lanes, and a couple of cars are blocking the right lane and shoulder. Traffic is completely stopped and backed into South Salt Lake.
And the cops are out all for the next 4 days.
Yeah, they're looking for DUIs and speeding,
So
and
be careful.
you should be doing that anyway, but they'll be paying extra attention. Smartphones are important to today's world for business, friendship, and within families. That's why at Bad Apple, they don't just fix phones, they do data retrieval, water diagnostics, iCloud questions. If they don't know the solution to your problem, they will find it. Locations and more at badapplerepair.com.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. Well, you weren't wanted for a crime until now. Ask and ye shall receive. A Louisiana man was arrested Monday after he dialed 911 and said, I was calling to check and see if there are any active warrants out for my arrest. Christian Palacios made the call to the Thibodaux, Louisiana police. Responding officers reportedly said, Mr. Palacios, do you know the difference between an emergency and a non-emergency phone call? And Mr. Palacios said, Yeah, I do. And he was arrested on the charge of misusing a 911 system. Mr. Palacios was given a misdemeanor summons, which carries a penalty of up to 30 days in jail and a $500 fine. There were no warrants out for his arrest, outstanding
So there are
warrants.
no warrants?
No. No, there weren't. Do you know the difference between using the 911? Yeah? Well, Well, you weren't wanted for a crime until now. Boner candidate number 3.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1, brethren dwelling together in unity. A jogger accidentally running across the border from Canada into the United States, detained by Immigration and Naturalization, by ICE for 2 weeks before she could finally be released into the custody of her relatives. And boner candidate number 2, you're off the team, pal. Star wrestler losing his scholarship after making an anti-gay slur during the protest. Rightfully so. He says, well, I shouldn't have said it, but I have a right to free speech, and they shouldn't have taken my scholarship away.
No, you have a right to free speech.
Yeah. And boner candidate number 3, well, you weren't wanted for a crime until now.
All right, this is it. This is round 2. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates which one deserves to go forward to get that chance to become Boner of the Day. It'll go up against the winner of round 1. We did that an hour ago, but don't worry about that. We'll take the winner of each round and put them into Boner Fight at 9:20. That's when Boner of the Day is decided. Right now, you got to pick the contender for round 2. 1, 2, or 3, the candidate that you think should win. Remember that number. Put that number in the message of a text. Text it to 33986. Or you can call the producer's booth, 877-602-9696. Vote there. Or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Voting July 20 and vote there. But you've only got 4.5 minutes to do that, so let's go. This is round 2.
X96.
All right, 8:45, time to award round 2 of your boner voting.
And round 2 of the boner voting is brought to you in part by some pilot crackers.
What is a pilot cracker?
It's too long to explain. I just ate one, though. They're delicious.
And sink your teeth into Shark Week at Loveland Living Planet Aquarium starting July 22nd by watching a shark feed, participating in daily activities, and more. Plus, enter for a chance to win awesome prizes, including a VIP yoga session in the Shark Tunnel. Visit thelivingplanet.com/Shark Week.
Let me just say I was delighted to find out that Winco has pilot crackers in bulk. So we had boner candidate number 1, Brethren Dwelling Together in Unity. A woman jogging, accidentally crossing the United States border from Canada, and rather than the immigration services saying to her, oh, well, we understand, just run on back into Canada, you're fine. They detained her for 2 weeks. Boner candidate number 2, you're off the team, pal. A wrestler caught on tape, on camera, making homophobic slurs at a rally, has had his scholarship taken away, his wrestling scholarship, rightfully so. He is a boner candidate for making the slur in the first place and for saying, well, you know, I should have my right to free speech. They shouldn't have taken my scholarship away.
You do have your right to free speech. They also have the right to take your scholarship away.
And boner candidate number 3, well, you weren't wanted for a crime until now. Man arrested after calling 911 to ask if he had any outstanding warrants. They said, no, you don't. But do you understand that you shouldn't use 911 for this sort of thing? He said, yes, I do. And they said, well, good, you're under arrest for abusing the 911 system. Let's see. Tara won the Shark Week tickets. And the winner, boner candidate number 1, Brethren Dwelling Together in Unity.
That is the winner of round 2. It now faces off the boner winner from round 1, so that we have the 2 candidates. We stick them into boner fight at 9:20. That's when boner of the day will be decided by you. So be here to vote for that. But then you don't have to worry about boner of the week. Dave the Flower Guy will pick that for you.
Right. All right. Delighted to have here in the studio with us Shireen Garbani. And first of all, Shireen, let me just say, and you've got to get really close to the microphone. Let me just say I love your family's yogurt. I think it's the greatest yogurt. What?
Not the same.
What?
That is not the yogurt.
No, not mine.
It's not Garbani yogurt? No? Wait a minute.
It's Chobani.
Chobani. Shireen is here she's running for Congress in the 2nd District here in Utah. And we kind of decided we wanted to have you on when you were quoted in the newspaper and in the media about running against Chris Stewart and wondering aloud why Utahns would vote for someone whose name they don't even know, like Chris Stewart.
How did you discover that Utahns don't know his name?
It was something that just became obvious as soon as I got into the race and started talking to voters, going out there, knocking on doors, getting connected in community groups or different public events and just saying, well, are you satisfied with your representation? Are you satisfied with your representative? And person after person said,
who's that?
Yeah.
I don't even know who it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And I will say in the last year, I think people are starting to notice who he is more, especially around, issues. If there are people who are struggling to get health care, like many people are, he's not supporting, his constituents in getting access to affordable health care. And that's a big concern. It's the reason I'm in this race. But also the actions that he's been a part of on our public lands and the repeated appearances on cable news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I just
looking like a fool.
I just tweeted out a video that I got from your page, and I usually look to my favorite celebrities for who I'm going to endorse. Celebrity endorsements are a big deal to me. And
I've been endorsing Shireen, and I appreciate that you.
But I'm coming on board here because
it wasn't you, Carrie.
Local celebrity Bart the Bear.
What?
Yeah, Bart's been in movies with Leonardo DiCaprio.
This is Bart the Bear number 5 or something.
This is Bart 2.
It's Bart 2.
Bart's
okay.
on board. Yeah.
And it's a video about why you're supporting public land. So.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to get connected with the Seuses. They train and work with Bart, and they are fierce defenders of our public lands. And it just felt like such an incredible moment with Bears Ears on the line, Grand Staircase, which is fully inside of the district that I'm running for, to collaborate with Bart. So it was a great opportunity to, we hope, make a clear statement about the value of public lands to this community.
I had no idea. See, so Chris Stewart is my congressman, District 2.
Which means...
And I knew that. But I had no idea that Bears Ears was in District 2.
No, Bears Ears isn't. All of Grand Staircase is.
Oh, great. Well, I had a Grand Staircase. I didn't... Well, it just seems odd that
That
here in
seems
Salt
far
Lake...
away.
I mean, I'm in Salt Lake.
Up where you are, right over there.
That's gerrymandering at its best,
At its
isn't
finest,
it?
isn't it? Boy.
Yeah.
Well, I like to say, I don't care how you're going to cut it. I'm here to work to take it.
So what, Shireen, you... who are you? What do you do?
So I work at the University of Utah. I am a full-time working mom. I'm married. I have a husband who's an educator here in town, a teacher at Judge, and I work in the facilities and construction department at the University of Utah, where I do training. I bring people together to try to do our work better and spend our money wisely. I love it. I love the job. I came here to study at the University of Utah. I have 2 master's degrees in organizational communication and policy. I'm the board chair for the Rape Recovery Center here in town and have spent a number of years working, almost 20 years working, to support people who've been victimized by sexual violence.
Have you been here in Utah for 20 years?
Nope, I've been here a decade.
10 years.
Yeah.
Where were you born?
I was born in the well-known liberal bastion of Bismarck, North Dakota.
It's the only state capital named after a donut. A Bismarck.
A Bismarck. So I'm a longtime red state Democrat. I have always lived in places that are more conservative.
I was going to say, so you know how tough it is for us here then.
Why are you, how did you become a Democrat if you live in those, your parents liberal people?
Yeah, so my mom was an educator, and my mom was a person who really saw the value of education in lives and believed, and as I believe, that it's our true opportunity to create a more equal and just society. So when we have good education systems, then we see, better jobs, healthier communities, all of that. And so education, I think, is that place where I came into just being a little bit more on the left side of things.
Yeah.
Another big issue for me, I think, is as I mentioned before, healthcare. I grew up without healthcare. The school that my mom taught in was a Catholic high school, and she couldn't afford or didn't have, we didn't have access to affordable healthcare. And I just know the pain that families feel trying to make decisions between taking their kid in to see if they have an ear infection or what's going on and putting food on the table.
Right.
So that is a big motivator for me.
So you go around and it's tough. It's just so tough. Chris, now this is, District 2 has maybe more liberal voters in it than any of the other districts, I would say, in Utah, probably.
So it's considered to be the second most competitive congressional race. So the District 4 race is one that is well seen as a potential opportunity to flip a district this year.
That's Mia Love and
McAdams.
And Ben McAdams.
That's my district.
Yeah, so District 2 is really only a couple of points behind it in terms of its overall potential to flip. This is a district that Donald Trump won by 14 points. And if you look at what's happening nationally, there are a lot of places where we've seen flips of over 20 points, where he won by over 20 points. Yeah. And what I'll tell you about Utahns is that we are decent people, good people, that are disturbed by some of the things that we're seeing coming out of this White House. I can't tell you how many doors I knock on where people tell me, a top priority for them is someone with strong moral character. Lifelong Republicans tell me, strong moral character is a real important factor for them.
Why'd you vote for Trump?
Well, but then I say to them, it feels like we've really lost sight of that.
Yes.
And we have good conversations. We really do. But we're out there working. We're having those conversations because I don't think it's as tough. We're not as deeply divided, and this district is not as red as some would have you believe.
I would also, if they know who Chris Stewart is, who is their representative, then ask them, okay, you know who he is. Can you tell me one thing he's accomplished?
He's on Fox News a lot.
But he hasn't really He has not done in how many years now?
Yeah.
What kind of legislation has he been responsible
And that's
for?
what we ask people to do. Go take a look at what his priorities are. Mine are access to affordable health care, investing in education from early childhood to making sure that people can get degrees after high school, whether that's a technical trade or going on to college to get a 4-year degree, and making sure that we're breathing clean air and that our lands are protected. And I just don't see him as a leader on any of those issues, and in particular health care.
Now, we should probably say here, Chris Stewart, we'd love to have you on to talk to you about these things.
I think we've already reached out to him.
Contacted his office, from what I understand, because he's allowed to come in.
And my guess is he'll say what Orrin Hatch said. Radio from Hell, I would never go on that show.
but the offer is out there.
Offer's out there. So
Shireen Gorbani.
People are asking in the chat room, what can they do to help you?
So there are a couple ways that you can help support this campaign. One is donate. I'm very proud of the fact that we are running a people-powered campaign. I'm not accepting corporate dollars. I'm not accepting
At all.
I'm
Really?
not accepting corporate PAC dollars at all. And so a $5 donation, a $10 donation, a $100 donation really helps this campaign. It really helps this campaign. The other thing is, if you go to ShireenForCongress.com, you can sign up to come and knock on doors with us. And I'll tell you the thing that's so incredible about it is people here in Utah are used to having people knocking on their doors, which I appreciate. And there's a kindness. And like I said, people are decent. And they want decent representation, and they are largely at the doors so gracious and kind, and they do want their government to work for them. So even though it might feel scary, this is the year. If you want to go out and get involved with this campaign. We also have some really important ballot initiatives. I'm sure you've talked about those on the show, but having Medicaid expansion, better boundaries, having medical cannabis on the ballot. Go work on one of those campaigns too, because engaging voters in this midterm is how we get this done.
Well, the polls are not great right now, but I would point out also that the last time Chris Stewart tried to have a town hall meeting, I don't think he was able to speak because people were so angry. He was, to his credit, he stood there and took it and didn't leave, but people are angry. And so Shireen for Congress, go to SHIREEN, ShireenForCongress.com. Thanks for joining us, Shireen Gorbani.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you very much. Traffic.
Couple lanes now open on the crash I-15 northbound at 13th South. At least one car rolled facing backwards, but there were 10 cars involved in this accident. So major slowage through that area, although it is moving now and it wasn't earlier. When you feel like life is crashing down on you from above, Lifetime Roofing is here to offer you peace of mind in that home of yours. You and your family have your own personal fortress of reassurance. Roofs at Lifetime Roofing are simply better than everyone else's, period.
All right, thank you very much. Let's see, we got boner fight coming up and boner of the week. Stand by.
Salt Lake Community College presents the 2018 Twilight Concert Series in conjunction with the Salt Lake Arts Council.
Also from Little Weenie Intern.
Oh. Who's supposed to be here today.
Is he?
Wednesdays.
No. Kerry, he quit.
Well, remember? I know. He's supposed to be here to offer our best friends of the program Little Weenies.
And he's quit us.
Because in the morning we ask the important question, Little Smokies or Little Polskis.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people had not tried either.
Nope.
So, and it was great. We still have the crock pots, the little crock pots under my desk.
Thanks, Dominic.
From Gina's cousin. This is your little, it says, Dear Radio from Hell cast. This is your former Little Weenie Intern again. I have a request that I wish to run by all of you. I'm a bit nervous to ask you all of this, but...
No, you've abandoned us.
I have to try. I've been bummed out all week because of having to quit my internship. And I've debated pulling a Michael Jordan or more recently a Brett Favre and coming out of retirement, or a Lance Armstrong, and coming out of retirement, but alas... Alas. I cannot. I have too much school on Wednesdays, and yes, I do want more time with my wife. But that being said, I want to be a part of the show in some way so bad that I have an idea. I want to be the first Radio from Hell email news intern or something to that effect. Now, hear me out. This is my idea for it. As you know, I live in Ogden, and I get the Standard Examiner newspaper. As I read this paper, I often find news that seems to be in the paper for no other reason than to fill newspaper space. The news in Ogden is outright boring. My idea is that I could write a weekly email and share some of these news stories in a fun, comedic way. You could call it the Ogden Weenie News or something similar. If you like the Weenie News that week, you could read it on the air. I think that this would be a great opportunity for me to improve my writing skills, and that's why I look at it as an internship still. I know Richie's in charge of the internship, so of course ask him for his input about this as well. And maybe I could make a rare occasional visit to the studio, Weenies and all. I almost did not write to you to ask this, but I thought, why would they even consider doing this for me? But then I thought, well, I was a good little weenie intern, and maybe they will cut me a break. At least give me a week or two to see if I can do it. And if y'all want to let me do something else similar to this, or if you have any other ideas, please just let me know. Maybe this was a bad idea. If it is, let me know. Thanks for letting me listen and cook the weenies. Love you, former little weenie intern Ben.
Well, Richie, of course,
comes Stedman.
in charge of the interns. He probably wants to weigh in.
He can. Yeah, we can have him help us out. If he'd like to help us out with the big ass show, we could use a hand.
Oh.
And Ben, I'll send him an email. But if you want to send some news items from Ogden,
sure.
No guarantee that they would make the air, but.
And I'm being sincere, Ben. And if you in the future you clear your life up, you can come in and be here with us in the morning because I like you well enough.
He's a great guy.
The problem is he kind of sounds like he wants to rewrite the news in Ogden, whereas we probably just want him to send us copies of the articles.
Well, let's see what he
right?
can do. Let's see what he can do.
And that sort of go against your rule about professionals doing comedy?
Well, I'm not saying he'll make the cut.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not saying it'll get on, but see what he can do.
kitties. It's me, your old friend, the bookkeeper. Since this is tax season, I thought you might want to hear a story from the big ledger about filing your taxes. Today's installment concerns the do's and don'ts of claiming deductions. Pay careful attention now, or you may have to pay more later.
Well, Mrs. Johnson, I've looked over your return, and I have a few questions about some of your deductions.
Oh my, is there something wrong?
Well, you've claimed over $9,000 in medical expenses.
That's correct. I have all the receipts right here in this shoebox.
You seem to be in perfect health. Now, some of these procedures seem a bit odd.
Oh?
Spaying?
Yes.
Neutering?
Yes.
Hairball removal?
Yes.
These are services performed on your cat.
Oh, yes, I love cats. I have over 30 of them.
You can't claim your pet's medical expenses.
But they're like family to me.
It's not allowed by the IRS.
Well, could I claim them as a home improvement?
How so?
Well, they keep me toasty warm in the winter. They're like portable space eaters.
I don't think so.
Well, they shed a lot.
So?
Their excess fur helps insulate my house. Better R value than the pink fiberglass stuff.
And no.
Can I claim them as my children?
And no. The government would never overlook you being 80 years old with more than 30 dependents, some of whom are named Buffy, Tabby, and Mr. Boots.
Well, I've made sure they all have Social Security numbers.
Well, why didn't you say so? Sign here. You can expect a hefty refund.
Oh, thank you.
Ms. Smith, send in Mr. Thompson, will you?
Oh?
The guy who wants to deduct his dog as a home security system.
Okay.
Well, kiddies, it does pay to keep good records after all. Looks like Mrs. Johnson is in for a windfall. If she can avoid an audit by the IRS, that is. Maybe the nice accountant fellow from S&M Block will go to jail for her. Remember to file on time, and if you need any help with those tricky forms, don't hesitate to ask your old friend, the bookkeeper.
So that song, because we take care of two at once.
What's that?
So Stone Gossard, the guitarist from Pearl Jam, is also the guitarist for Temple of the Dog.
He was apparently very hungry.
But now what's the other one?
Well, it's Chris Cornell's birthday, too.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
So we have that to be sad about.
Well, don't be sad.
No, don't be sad. Cheer up. Cheer up. There.
I got my littlest home. It's an official concussion, by the way.
Oh, with the
Muhammad, the soccer
boy.
concussion. Yeah.
Went to the doctor yesterday. We're on the concussion protocol. You remember that from me, remember?
Yeah.
Initiate concussion protocol.
You can't let them sleep.
No, it's
You
okay.
can't sleep when they have a concussion.
Yes,
No,
you
you
can.
have to keep them awake for
Thanks,
like.
Dr. Stedman.
Yeah.
Like concussion is like drunk.
No.
You can't let them. They'll die.
No.
And then they puke and swallow their
Actually,
own vomit
sleep is
and die.
Sleep is good for them because
Oh, okay. Let them sleep.
they can't do much else. Because if you remember the concussion protocol, it's no TV, no video games.
Wait, really?
No reading. You can't.
This sounds like a made-up thing for parents to torture
No,
kids.
are you kidding? Parents would be like, please go watch TV.
Why can't they watch TV?
Because they can't engage their brain.
I
at
thought
all.
you'd know that, Dr. Stedman.
Can they read?
No.
I just love television so much.
I just know you have to keep poking them if they're trying to sleep.
That's right, Dr. Stedman.
No, that is not what sleep is good for them.
So what do they do? You read a book?
No, you can't read.
How many times does
No.
she have to say they can't read?
Now I can read.
Ask if she can watch they can watch TV again. Ask that
because
again.
because anything is mind engaging. Then
I can read to him. He can listen to me read.
But
Now,
who would
this
want to
isn't-
do that?
Yeah.
Now, this isn't forever. They give you a list of, okay, do you have a headache? Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel, and as soon as those symptoms start to subside a little bit, then you can add activity to it. But for the first day or two, it's nothing.
Can I give you a list of the sponsors and you can practice reading them to him?
That might be helpful.
Sure. So yeah, we're on concussion protocol.
Don't let him.
You want to hear about my food adventure yesterday? A little bit?
Sure.
We got time? 2 minutes? I ain't probably doing that. I tweeted a photo of this product that I bought, X96 or at RFH Bill. The front and the back of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday I went to see my friend Luba to get a pedicure, and her husband Noam, sure I know him, his name is Noam, has a Russian market there as well. It's called Lubitskaya, 33rd South, 9th East. And I always go buy something from Noam.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in, and usually I buy some salami, some kind of Russian salami or something. But yesterday I was in the mood for bologna.
Ah.
And he said, you want the bologna or you want fat bologna? I said, mortadella? He said, mortadella.
I prefer mortadella.
I bought a pound of mortadella.
Love it.
Man, it's good. And then I bought this product, which I don't know what it is, really. Well, first he also said, you want to try Russian, you want to try gypsy bacon. So what's
Sounds
gypsy
dangerous.
bacon? He says, I'll give you a taste, the gypsy bacon. It looks like bacon. And he
tastes like gypsy.
He cut a slice of it off. You don't cook it. You just eat it.
No.
It's like eating raw bacon.
That's not good.
Well, it won't hurt you.
Well, no, it's
bacon is cured and smoked.
It's like that thin sliced. What's it called?
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's like prosciutto.
It's gypsy bacon.
Because essentially prosciutto is bacon.
Yeah.
I said, and I tasted, and I ate some of it. It was good. It's very fatty but it has a good smoky flavor. I said, do you cook? He said, I don't know if you can cook it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just eat it raw. And then I bought this product, which is a giant bottle. It's huge. Look at x96.com/live of pickled cucumbers, so pickles and tomatoes in the same jar. Those are pickled tomatoes.
Wow.
Does that? I haven't tried it yet. Doesn't that look good?
What's a pickled tomato?
I don't know
what that's going to taste like.
I've
never had a pickled tomato.
With gypsy bacon. You have it with gypsy bacon.
You have it with gypsy bacon.
No? You wouldn't eat any of this stuff.
I'd eat the pickle.
Would you?
The actual pickle.
I'll bring you. They're big. I'll bring you one if you want it. Would you? You wouldn't eat the mortadella?
No.
You don't eat bologna?
No.
Because mortadella is just classy bologna.
Yeah, no.
It's really classy bologna.
It's delicious.
You wouldn't eat the gypsy bacon?
No.
You would turn down this sweet Russian man. You would say,
when I go there, I have the pierogi. I eat things he makes.
You have the vegetable pierogi or
the chicken one.
No!
If there's a veggie option and a chicken option, which one do you think I'm going to take?
I take both. Yeah. I'll have one of each. No,
I'd eat them all.
Yeah, and
I'm curious to try a pickled tomato. I've never.
I'll bring it in.
Yeah.
I'll bring one in.
All right.
I'll bring one of the pickles in and one of the tomatoes in, and when I open the jar.
All right.
And next time I'm getting gypsy bacon.
All right, we got Boner Fight coming up after these, along with some news, and then Boner of the Week. Stand by.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to announce the 2018 X96 Toyota.
Spine. Spell it with me now. S-P-I-N-E. Spine. And now we'll use it in some dialogue, featuring our two Utah men, LeVar and LeGrand. Elder LeGrand Ardun Jr. has called his friend LeVar with worries on his mind. Never fails. It's always during my favorite show. Yellow.
LeVar?
Yeah.
It's LeGrand.
LeGrand, how's it going?
I'm a worried man, LeVar. I don't know what to do. it's about Midge.
Well, how is the lovely Mrs. Dunn LeGrand?
Well, LeVar, she ain't herself these days.
What do you mean she ain't herself? Well, who is she then?
Well, she's Midge, but she's not Midge.
Huh?
Well, first off, she's been losing weight, LeVar. She may have knocked off close to 100 pounds. She had to go out and buy a whole new set of moo-moos. And they're designer moo-moos, too. The Don Ho collection.
Well, that is odd, LeGrand.
And she started to wear makeup again.
Huh?
She hasn't worn makeup since we got married, LeVar. A woman with 16 kids doesn't have any place wearing makeup, LeVar.
That is strange.
And it's not even New Skin or Mary Kay, LeVar. It's that kind of makeup that Claudia Schifter wears.
Anything else?
Well, she covered up the I Heart Family Home Evening bumper sticker on the back of the Suburban with one that says, "Mean people suck."
Something is definitely up, LeGrand.
I know. So, I've been kind of trying to track down her whereabouts to see what's up.
You mean you've been spying on Midge?
Well, I wouldn't call it spying exactly. Just keeping tabs, you know, like waiting down the street from the house and then following her car.
Spying, that's what that is, LeGrand, spying. Well, did you find out anything?
Well, when she said she was going to Relief Society, I followed her, and she ended up at the Deseret Gym. I think she may be working out, LeVar.
Well, mayhaps she's just trying to get in shape and improve her quality of life. Mayhaps she's tired of being as big as a Winnebago.
She's the mother of all my 16 kids, LeVar. She's not supposed to improve her quality of life. Her role as my spiritual partner is to improve my quality of life.
You find out anything else when you was spying on her?
Well, yesterday I caught her waxing her legs and shaving her armpit hair.
The hell you say? We got big trouble, LeGrand. I'm going to jump in the truck and be right over. That is, if the truck will start. You know, she might be trying to become a feminist or something worse. She hasn't said anything about, taking night classes or the like, has she?
No. What are we going to do, LeVar?
Well, we're going to keep spying on her, LeGrand. Let's just hope that we don't find out that she's going to the symphony or the ballet or nothing like that. Tell you what, though, if we do, you pack them kids up in that Suburban and you skedaddle out of there.
X96. Call 877-602-9696 or text us at 33986. Message and data rates apply.
You're going to need that info in about 6 or 7 minutes from now because that's when we start Boner Fight to determine who is boner of the day. Before that, though, big boy news brought to you by...
Get ready for summer vacation with the Power Travel Rewards credit card from Security Service Federal Credit Union. 3 times points on gas, travel, and dining. Apply today at ssfcu.org/power travel. Membership eligibility required. Restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval.
Now, remember that mystery sarcophagus we talked about last week?
Mm-hmm.
Big, black sarcophagus that was sealed, discovered in Alexandria, Egypt. And it was made of black granite. It was large, and nobody knew what was inside. Very rare because over the centuries, over the thousands of years, looters have gotten into most of these sarcophagi. I guess that's the plural of sarcophagus.
I've never had more than one.
Sarcophaguses,
So. Mm-hmm.
and they've looted them, and there have been whatever inside has been stolen. But this one had never been opened. So they opened it.
Marion, don't look!
No. Now, it says here that there was no curse in it.
How do you know?
That's what I say.
You don't know.
Yeah, it's not like there's a letter.
It was full of human bones and sewage.
Yeah.
Sewage.
Well, it's because apparently they think that it leaked in or something.
It was from an old sewer pipe, pipe that had been leaking, and it's disgusting.
The sewage could be the curse?
It's disgusting. It smelled terrible, and if you see the picture of the bones, there are bones floating in sewage. Inside of it.
I still think there's a curse.
Well, I think that was the curse, that the bones were, your bones will be doomed to float in sewage.
Right.
There you go. Now, this is a pretty good video. I don't know if we have it, x96.com/live. A pervert who pawed at a waitress's butt.
I love this video.
Got what he deserved.
She owns him.
She body slammed. So this guy said a waitress, she's got her back to him as he walks by, and she's wearing some really short shorts, and she's tattooed, and, so it's kind of some kind of hip restaurant place. And this guy walks by her and looks down at her butt and then just kind of pats her butt as he walks by. Nope. She has nothing.
There we go.
Watch her. She just takes that guy down to the ground, throws him down, and then starts saying, you.
And she's not a big woman, and he's a big guy. I mean, and she just almost effortlessly takes him down.
Her name is Amelia Holden. She was in the midst of taking an order. Oh, that's what she's doing. At Vinnie Van Gogo's in Savannah, Georgia, when the creep in the shirt walked past her, grabbed her butt with his left hand. But she's 21 years old. She grabbed him by the collar, put him in a brief headlock, and threw him on the floor.
Good for her.
Then she was seen on camera yelling at him. The guy was arrested, by the way.
Oh, good.
Cops reviewed the footage and said,
yep,
that's assault. We'll arrest him, not her, him. Utah House Speaker Greg Hughes, in another conflict of interest controversy. For the third time in a little more than a year, House Speaker Hughes.
You seem to have a habit of this.
Who is retiring from the legislature, is in another conflict of interest controversy, according to the Salt Lake Tribune. And this time it's apparently part of an ongoing federal probe into the Utah Transit Authority, where he was once chairman of the board. Documents newly released by UTA show the agency raised red flags in 2016 when it found that a company co-owned by Greg Hughes, called Urban Chase Property Management, was listed among partners aiming to build low-income housing as part of a transit-oriented development that would use surplus UTA land in West Jordan. UTA believes that Greg Hughes' proposed participation in the project, even if it was just as an investor, appears to be a conflict of interest.
Yep.
Said a letter to project developers from the UTA president and CEO, Jerry Benson. They noted that the UTA board decisions allow the project near the Jordan Valley. Now, that never got built, but still. Now, Greg Hughes and his businesses won't comment on this, they say, and they say it's because there is, and it's true, there is an ongoing federal investigation, so it would behoove us not to comment on this. Gina, somebody sent me this to pass on to you. Arsenal goalkeeper Peter Cech. Petr Cech has revealed his desire to play without his helmet. But Medical professionals say, no, you must continue wearing your helmet if you're going to be the goalie for Arsenal.
He's this big, tall, goofy-looking.
You know, he's goofy-looking. It's because he got kicked in the head a few years ago.
Now, is that the helmet that Muhammad would be wearing if we made him wear one?
Well, that's the helmet. They also have a headband that doesn't have the part on top. It's just a headband.
I think he needs to wear the helmet.
The whole helmet.
33-year-old has worn protective headgear since 2006 after suffering a fractured skull during former club Chelsea's trip to Reading. Petr Cech was pulled out of the action for 3 months after a collision with Stefan Hunt. He was blocking, and Hunt, they're rushing in, and I think he got kicked in the head.
That's exactly what happened to Muhammad.
It cracked his skull open. He says he doesn't want to wear it anymore.
I'm fine.
Well, he has a good reason. I understand. He can't hear very well with it on. He can't hear.
Yeah, that could be an issue, but
yeah.
But doctors said nope. You
got to wear it or you can't play.
All right, weather.
Let's see. It's monsoonal moisture coming in. You can kind of tell it's kind of starting to get a little cloudy. We might have some of those afternoon thunderstorms. And it's chilly. Take a jacket. It's 96 for a high today.
You're being kind of ironic there, aren't you?
Snowbird season passes are on sale now and offer the most benefits of any pass in Utah. Experience 2,500 acres of legendary terrain and the longest season in Utah this winter. Learn more at snowbird.com.
It's Boner Fight, the final round.
What?
No, I want to let you know we have a prize for Boner voting.
Oh, okay.
We'll tell you about it in a minute.
I thought I did something wrong.
No.
I'm sorry.
When do you want to do that?
I could tell. It's tickets to the Sunstone. I could do.
He
hasn't sent
for
it
random
to me.
boner voters. All right.
Yeah. So we have boner candidate number 1. I can see why she was doing this right then.
I just was letting him know.
So we had boner candidate number 1. I was just ride sharing. That was from the 7 o'clock hour. The winner. It's a man who ditched his date and took her car to pick up another date, which was a friend of hers.
Related somehow.
God sister, whatever that means. And the God sister calls her and says, that guy, he's got your car and he's coming to date me. We'll call the cops. They finally apprehended him at the drive-in movie theater. And then boner candidate number 2 is the winner from round 2. Brethren dwelling together in unity. A young woman jogging up in British Columbia, and she's, she accidentally crossed the border into America. Well, U.S. immigration officials, they're not going to have any of that. She didn't have any ID because she was jogging. She was detained for 2 weeks before she was finally allowed to prove her identity and go back to Canada.
All right, this is Boner of the Day. You've got to decide which one of these 2 candidates deserves to be Boner of the Day for July 20th. 1 or 2. Remember your candidate number. Put it in the message of a text, just that 1 or 2. That's all we need. And then text that number to 33986, and we'll get it. You can call 877-602-9696. They'll take your vote in the producer's booth. Or go to x96.com and look for the box that says Boner Fight July 20 and vote there. You've got to decide, but you've got 300 seconds to do it in. This is Boner of the Day.
The music starts at 10 with a 1-hour nonstop music wingding on X96. Is on X96. Oh, and on Twitter. Follow us at Radio from Hell.
All right, time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by corn on the cob and pilot bread or
Are you
pilot
going to tell
crackers.
me what pilot crackers are?
They're these big round crackers that traditionally were made and sold in New England. Nabisco's oldest recipe. They clam chowder. They're kind of like a saltine but denser, and they're about this big around.
They're a huge cracker.
And they're hard to get, but Winco has them for some reason in bulk. They're delicious.
And there's more than one way to Mormon. Meet different kinds of Mormons at Sunstone's Summer Symposium at the Mountain America Expo Center, July 25th through the 28th. Information at sunstone.org. And we gave away a 4-day event registration that's a $199 value.
So boner candidate number one was, I was just ride sharing. Guy goes on a date with a woman, and they're in her car. He's driving. He says to the woman, I'm going to stop and get some cigars. Would you mind running into the store and getting them? Sure. He takes off. He goes, picks up another woman who's related to the woman he left behind and says, I'm here for our date. Well, that woman calls her friend and says, he's here in your car. And eventually they get him. Boner candidate number two was brethren dwelling together in unity. A young woman jogging in British Columbia accidentally crossing the border into Canada. From Canada into the U.S. and instead of saying, "Oh, we understand that you made a mistake," just turn around and run back into Canada. That's fine. U.S. immigration detained her for 2 weeks. Travis won the Sunstone Symposium tickets, and boner candidate number two, brethren dwelling together, is Boner of the Day.
All right, that's your Boner of the Day for July 20. It is now qualified to be Boner of the Week, and Dave the Flower Guy will be in here in the next break to decide who is Boner of the Week.
I've received word from our good friend Todd Weiler. Well, I don't know if he's our friend. He's a conservative friend of the program, put it that way. He would like everyone to remind everyone that there is a parade in Bountiful tonight.
The practice parade?
Yeah, and that is, in fact, and it's kind of weird that they do this, but the 24th of July Pioneer Day parade that will be here in Salt Lake on Tuesday, it's essentially that parade. Mm-hmm. They do it sometimes the night before, but always a day or two before in Bountiful. So 6 p.m. in Bountiful tonight, followed by a Carmen Rasmussen concert in the park and fireworks tonight in Bountiful. It's a community-spirited reminder for you.
Speaking of events, we still have tickets to see Jay Whitaker at Wise Guys.
Oh, we do?
Yep, tonight and tomorrow.
It's Wise Guys out in Jordan Landing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Out west.
Mm-hmm.
And if we'll just say the next few people that call that can use them, 877-602-9696 if you'd like to go see Jay Whitaker.
He's headlining.
Yeah.
And one other entertainment thing I wanted to mention in the news, we didn't quite get to it. I'm excited about this.
What's this?
You know, I like Bruce Springsteen quite a bit.
Yes.
Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen, yeah. And his Broadway show apparently has been it's been sold out.
Yeah.
And it's just him sitting on stage telling stories about his life in New Jersey and where some of his songs come from, and then playing the songs. And I don't know if he has a band or if it's just him acoustically. I think he probably has a little bit of backup musicians. But he just sits there and tells stories, and people say it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is going to show it.
That makes sense.
When the Broadway run ends, which it's scheduled to do in December, that will be his last performance, December 15th, then Netflix will show it, which I think is great. Oh, this is a good song.
Mm-hmm.
This is him at his best, I think.
You think?
Yeah, in a lot of ways, because it's
what was
very
the name
sincere.
Of this album?
I don't remember, but this is
the one with "I'm on Fire." Tunnel of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the name of the album? Yeah, that Tunnel of Love album is a good purchase. So is Born in the USA if you're just looking for a couple.
I like the song Tunnel of Love.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on Fire is really
So I'm on fire.
That's a sissy song. It's sissy.
So there's a part in Ant-Man and the Wasp when Walton Goggins, who is one of the bad guys in it.
Oh, Walton Goggins, a bad guy?
I know, right?
When's he going to be a love interest?
But like I said, he plays it like he's a Disney villain. It's like he's chasing Herbie the Love Bug or something is the way he plays it. It's brilliant. But when he sees the Wasp, when they're about to meet, he says, he says something like, "Hello there, how are you?" Some line. But originally, they wanted him to sing, "Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone?" Which would have been just great and creepy.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, we love that take. We love that take. Get Bruce Springsteen's people on the phone. How much is that going to cost?" Oh, that's
We
a
can't
lot of money.
afford that.
That's a lot of money for just that line. Wow. Okay, never mind. Well,
are you aware that I'm Bruce Springsteen? Maybe you're not aware of that.
Who's this? Kevin who? Fight?
No.
I don't know.
I don't go to the movies much.
No.
I don't go
Now wait a minute. Is that Spider-Man? You said? No, Ant-Man. That's different.
I remember that from Saturday Night
That's
Live.
a joke, right?
Oh,
Ant-Man.
You're pulling my leg. Good night.
Patty. Somebody on the phone wants to use a song line. What do you think?
Tell him no. Would you just be polite?
My wife says no.
What?
Tell him nuh-uh.
Apparently his book is, and he wrote it. He did not have a ghostwriter. He actually wrote his own book, which is pretty rare.
Yeah.
He's something.
All right. Let's see. We'll get to Boner of the Week right after these. I know Dave the Flower Guy is out there waiting. He's out there meditating on this right now.
Yeah, he's got to get his mojo on.
Well, it's because he just heard the fifth candidate for Boner of the Week just moments ago. So he's got to meditate on this whole thing.
Another thing you should meditate on is who you take your mortgage.
No, actually, you don't have to meditate on it.
We've done the meditation for you.
You're right.
Well, you specifically have done the meditation.
They are my mortgage lender. That is Ran Life. I have a mortgage with them. I've been with them for 10 years probably or more, and I've done a couple of refinances with them. Ran Life is a local mortgage company, and they really do take care of you when you become their customer. Because they know it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money involved, and they want to do it right.
And they keep a track of the rates. And I know at least once with you, they contacted you and said, "Hey, Bill, we just got a hold of a really good rate. This would be a great time for you to refinance."
Ran Life has been a mortgage lender since 2001. They have very flexible home loan programs. They continue to challenge themselves and their customers. They challenge themselves by finding new ways to do it, the mortgage industry. So give them a call, 801-478-4500 if you are looking to buy a home, or go to their website, ranlife.com.
X96 and Utah Eye Centers invite you to help the homeless children along the Wasatch Front. Tonight, over 100 children are living in the shelter at the road home.
So Richie, he says, I go out in the hall to grab something on my desk. You okay? Yeah, why? Well, you're a little bit quiet today. Oh, well, no. Okay. So I come back in here, and he comes and he grabs me and puts his arms around me and says, "No, really, are you okay?"
You were acting peculiar.
And you know what? I was just fine until that happened. And then I'm kind of going,
you're not fine?
Well, I'm going, geez, maybe I do feel like crap. I hadn't thought about it. I hadn't thought about how I felt at all. And now that you mentioned it to me twice, you're right. I feel like crap today.
Well, so he was just in tune with that. You weren't aware that you felt like crap.
I would have been fine. I would have done what I do with most of my emotions and shoved them way down into the back somewhere. And rather than have them flowing out like this, where they don't belong.
So you aren't feeling okay.
Shut up!
You okay, Bill?
I'm fine!
You okay, Bill?
Yes!
You okay, Bill?
I'm okay!
Sorry, Bill.
That's all right, I'm fine.
Hi, you small, green, and gruesome.
I'm really okay.
Bill and me, we had a misunderstanding last night.
Yes, we did. But I'm fine.
Bill!
What?
You okay, Bill?
Yes. Great.
Have you seen Bill? Unfortunately, yes. Bill. Bill.
Yes. What? Unfortunately, yes.
Radio from Hell on X96.
All right, 9:50 right now. I guess we could just go ahead and do Boner of the Week.
Just jump right in.
It's that
You want
time.
to jump right in and do it?
All right.
Brought to you by The Blocks, Salt Lake's cultural core. Learn more at theblockslc.com.
All right, Dave is here. Dave, the flower guy, here to select Boner of the Week. Dave has been putting up with us for 45 years now. No, it's not been quite that long.
No.
32.
Yeah,
No?
32.
Is it 32 years? 32 years Dave has been putting up with us. He doesn't want to come in here. But he realizes that this show will fall apart if he's not here on Friday. Right?
Yeah, but it fell apart twice.
It fell apart twice.
Twice.
When I went to Disney World.
Yeah, when you went
And
to
he
Disney
tried
World.
to call in,
Yeah.
and it didn't work.
Yeah.
He wasn't shirking his responsibility.
And when was the other time, Dave?
A couple of weeks ago.
That's right. I think we're almost at the end of this show because Dave has missed twice. One more time and we're done. So just be aware of that.
Does not bode well.
Yeah, third strike and we're done.
Yep.
But Dave is here to select Boner of the Week. And Dave, you see Dave around town. He has flowers for sale usually. Just stop him on the street, buy some. And he also mows lawns. And if you've got a business that needs the lawn mowed on a regular basis around town, get a hold of us and we'll put you in touch with Dave Madsen. All right, Dave, you ready?
Yep.
Boner candidate number 1 for Monday. I posted this picture so that everyone can see what a liar my wife is. There's a guy who's running for office in Minnesota, and he's been having some marital problems with his wife, and he's moved out of the house, and so he decided it would be a really good idea to, on his campaign website, post a topless picture of his wife. Because this will prove what a liar she is.
Mm-hmm.
That was number 1. By the way, follow up to that Boner candidate, he has been arrested.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
For revenge porn.
Still able to run for office.
Well, according to the story I read, he has not dropped out.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have Boner candidate number 2, Despicable Him. A man in Florida arrested after attacking a blind and a mentally challenged man dressed in a Minion costume. Now, he's dressed in this Minion costume. He does this regularly as an advertisement for a toy store. So he's outside the store dancing around like a Minion. He says, I like to do it. The kids get a kick out of it, and it's fun. And some asshat came by and kicked him, started beating on him.
That.
Yeah. Boner candidate number 3 from Wednesday. We can't stop. Showbiz is in our blood. It's this family who pranks their children. Sometimes mentally, sometimes they do physically bad things to them.
They're horrible people.
And they post these videos on YouTube. 2 of their children have been removed from the family. 3 other children. So they kept doing it. I should tell you now that the YouTube has taken...
that channel's gone.
You are done.
Good.
The channel is gone.
Now they can abuse their children in private.
I guess. Boner candidate number 4 from yesterday. Frontrunner is not Pornhub, according to this. And it isn't. But this security guard on the Frontrunner getting into it with a group of women who had shared an onboard restroom, asking if they were, quote, putting tampons into each other and saying, what do you think this is? Do you think this is Pornhub, this train? This was petty authority run amok.
Yeah.
For someone who doesn't understand procedures and how to deal with people. It was all caught on video as well.
And it went viral. It's been
all over. Yeah, it's been all over the country. And Boner candidate number 5 from today, Brethren Dwelling Together in Unity. The woman who was jogging in British Columbia, accidentally crossing into America, arrested by ICE because she probably because she has brown skin is what.
That's my thing.
We're suspicious. If it had just been a nice pasty Canadian, they would have sent her home. But no.
Oh, you're fine. You're not trouble.
Yeah. I'm telling you, we need that wall on the northern border as much as we need it on the southern. So that was number 5. Which one, Dave? Which is Boner of the Week?
Number 3.
We can't stop. Showbiz is in our blood. That one?
I predicted 2 or 3.
Okay, well, there you go.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
That is your Boner of the Week. All right.
Oh, let's see. Oh, tomorrow.
Are you out and about?
I am. 11 to 1, I'll be out and about. I'll be eating my weight in popcorn at Stockton 12 Honda, the Honda Giant there in the Southtown Auto Mall. Stockton 12 Honda. Beautiful. They've remodeled the entire dealership. The popcorn is better than ever, and the car deals are terrific, too. I'll be there from 11 to 1 tomorrow.
And I will be at Rocky Mountain Raceway.
Oh, he has energy.
3 to 5. That's it, though. That's all the energy I have. 3 to 5 tomorrow. Probably have some tickets to give away, but it's they're going to be doing fireworks and stuff out there along with the races that night.
What,
so,
and you'll be there till what time?
3 to 5.
3 to 5
tomorrow.
If people want to buy tickets for the Toyota Big Ass Show, you can get the information at x96.com. Quickly, 12 to 1, Gray Whale in Taylorsville. That's the one on the corner of 4700 South and Redwood. Fat Cats, 2 to 3 at 3739 South, 900 East. And then Broovies in Ogden from 3 to 4. That's there on Grant Avenue. Should there be any tickets unsold, I am at Strong Volkswagen today from 4 to 6. They will bring those tickets to Strong Volkswagen and give away a bunch and sell some too.
All right.
Well, sounds like a busy weekend.
All right. Let's do the promo and get out of here.
Why are we working on Monday?
Don't ask me. I said we should take a long weekend like everybody else.
I didn't have anywhere else.
Oh,
we're recording, Dave. Sorry. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't know.
Be quiet.
Why are we working on Monday?
Don't ask me. I said we should take a long weekend like everyone else.
I didn't have anywhere else to be.
So that's it. All right, fine. Join us on Monday's Radio from Hell show on X96.
There we go. Good enough?
Yeah.
All right. I'd say that's good enough.
Yeah.
So we're here Monday.
Yeah. Then
Off
not Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Back
Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Okay. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm just being people.
John Smith is next.
X96, 1 hour nonstop music wingding starts now.